and he goes 7 yards, 9 yards. I'm like, all right, all we got to do is get 3 of those out of Rachaad White to get that. And every time he gave him the ball, he went back 2 yards. I'm like, you're kidding me.
There's a lot of people waking up in Tampa Bay with some extra money in their pocket because I got up early on Sunday and put my picks out. And I got to tell you, when the last thing came through, my phone almost exploded. It is unbelievable. So I took Mike Evans with the anytime touchdown. I took the kicker McLaughlin with over 1.5 field goals, which he got in the first quarter.
Yeah, he was crushing it.
And then
but he is so accurate. He's good. Strong and accurate. He's a good kicker.
And then I put the Bucs with over 21.5 points, which they crushed that. So it was plus 475. So yeah, people were very happy with that.
Yeah, I did not bet your bets on purpose.
Also was trending on Hard Rock Bet app.
I saw that. That's awesome.
My parlay was trending for one of the best parlays to get in on whatever.
Oh, wow.
It had over 1,000 people doing it.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's great.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
So I look at it. I only really bet the Bucs game. I mean,
That's the one I sent you.
yeah. You want to see mine?
Sure.
Yeah. I out of all my bets yesterday, I lost every single one of them except Mike Evans to score first touchdown.
Yeah.
I made $150 on that bet. Now I'm only down like $300.
I have learned over the time that it's not good to like impulse bet things.
Yes.
Because I've never like, ooh, let me get this. That's never seems to work out for
because,
me.
And also because suspended, then they change, then this, and you're like, I'll take this anyways, and then that 2 points, and you're like, it kills me.
Well, I tried to do a couple of those play-by-play bets where you bet on the next play. And they dropped the 3rd and 10, and you're like, all right, here comes a throw play, and then they suspend it. So you're like, I got it. So, whatever. It's fun. It certainly made watching some of the other games more. If I was watching that Arizona game, I was watching it like I had, like I was part ownership of the team. It was great. But anyway, great to have football back. So I enjoyed yesterday. The tailgate yesterday was, they did, you got to see, you've been there before.
Yes.
You got to see what they have now. They set it up differently so that the entrance is on Himes now, and they have all these like little tents in there, so it's like little villages, and they have the TV in the middle, the big giant screen TV with the game. Dude, I thought it was such a great setup.
It was great, yeah.
It didn't matter that it was 9,000 degrees and that it was so hot that my hair was wet and dripping on my shoulders. That's how hot it was. But it still was just a good time. And, of course, the brisket shop was out there. Listen to this. So I walk over to Danny at the brisket shop. They're about cooking for about 3 hours now. And I walk over there behind them and I go, hot enough for you? One of those ridiculous things to say. And I go, hey, kind of step it up a little, people. A lot of people complaining. So I was trying to get a little good. Totally joking. The best food you got. And he looks at me and goes, we actually had some guy I just had to yell at. And I go, why? And he goes, comes at me and he's like, where's the hell's the brisket? And I said, well, we didn't make brisket today. And he goes, we made all these other things. And he's like,
pulled pork.
You got to be kidding me. I waited all this time and the brisket. And the guy goes, okay, well, I don't know what you want. This is what we made for today. We'll make brisket another time. And he's like, well, this stinks. I was like, what? Tell him not to eat it. What is he paying for?
I'm sorry. Are you upset with your free meal?
I mean, and don't get me wrong. They didn't have brisket, but it wasn't like they gave you hot dogs and hamburgers.
Right.
There was pulled pork. There were chicken wings, but like grilled chicken wings, delicious chicken wings, mac and cheese. They had sliders. They had so many things. Fruit. It was fantastic.
Oh, kick that guy out immediately.
They don't have, but just so you know, they don't have brisket every week. It's called the brisket shop. You want it? Go to the brisket shop and get it. But the food that they make usually has something to do with the city or the sometimes they do, like if you're coming in from New England, they'll do some sort of New England or they'll have a po' boy for like New Orleans or something. Theme meat, is that what you said?
I said a lot of theming.
Oh, theme meat is a good name for a band.
Yeah.
Theme meat. So anyway, I didn't see the complainer, but I heard that he was out there. And the meeting, Galvin came out there yesterday.
I did, yeah.
John Senning came out there yesterday. Spike was there. And I don't understand. Spike is working this event.
He is.
Yes. Well, he was running around. He was running around helping and setting up tents and all that stuff in New York. Why is he wearing a Spike on the mic shirt? Why didn't he have a Mike Calta Show shirt on?
I don't know.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like free advertising to my audience. with your dumb spike shirt.
Was he also wearing his spike hat that he has?
Of course.
Yeah.
And it said, "How you sticking on it?"
By the way, also, did you notice what else he was wearing?
No.
His amethyst or whatever it was. Did you see the thing around his neck?
No.
It looked like he won it out of one of those claw games. I was like, what is
He's got
going
crystals,
on
baby.
with that?
Oh, I'm by the way, I'm busting Spike's balls,
Yes.
but it was good to see him out there yesterday. And who else, man? It was overall, it was a good time. And
I had girls at the tailgate asking me,
for your pee size.
is there a dress code? Because we want to wear bikinis next time.
Yeah.
What?
And I go, I'm pretty sure everybody's going to be okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was no minimum amount of clothes you have to wear.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you're
got
fine.
my
We got
bikini.
it's closed in. If we need to, we can put up tarps so no kids can see.
Yeah.
And let's get
We're fine there. I have to say, I'm pretty emotional about some things that go up and they go down. I get excited. I get disappointed. I was very excited about going to Universal to do the broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
Then as it got closer, I got less excited. I was like, why are we doing this? And then when it was over, I was like, that was great.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
That guy, Gil.
Oh, the best.
Yeah.
Gil is the engineer at Universal. Now, you get to know the engineers at Universal over the years. Bob was there for
Forever,
years
yeah.
before COVID, and he was great and all that. But this guy, Gil, is the guy you wish you worked with every day. He was the happiest. Let me get that for you. Let me help you. Let me do this. Let me do that. And everything was perfect. And he made it like such an easy process. And that lady Pam was very nice too.
Yeah.
Her name was Paula.
Paula. Yeah.
Hey, Paul.
I'm pretty sure I called her Pam.
Yeah, that thing, like big thanks to Pam.
Yeah. I did put that in.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Thanks, Pam. Paula. Whatever.
All right.
She
Pam.
looked like a Pam though.
She did look like a Pam.
Yeah.
I actually put it in
I don't
writing.
think that works. I don't
What an idiot.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was the broadcast was great. Universal was a fun time as usual. I'm glad I got out of there before I had to see any of the Halloween stuff, and I'm not going back till Christmas time. But did you anybody go in the haunted houses?
Nope.
No.
I stayed. I didn't leave till Sunday.
Oh, that's right. You were there. Yeah.
I stayed. I went Saturday night to Halloween Horror Nights, and it was awesome.
Now, when I went to the haunted houses before, which I'm talking about before my kids were born, so 20 years ago.
Yeah.
They had, because this is the 33rd year of Halloween Horror. It's
33rd.
crazy. They had, you go in like it's a maze almost, and they have they were set up like booths, and each thing in the booth would be a horror scene, like a stabbing or or Jason or one of those things, and then people would jump out at you while you were looking at it. But I saw now they had like some technology involved.
Oh, yeah.
in it. Oh, what do they have?
So I went through. I got through almost all of them. I think there was 10 houses total. I got through 9 of them.
Ooh.
And when these sets are so elaborate, you feel like you're walking through like a house. And
Oh,
you're walking
really?
through like a village. Yeah, it's because they're on those big ass sound stages. Is where they put some of them.
The last time I went, it was just little rooms cordoned off by curtains.
I went on one of them was Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire, the new movie. And at one point, they had you walk in the thing, and they have the entire Ghostbusters house, like almost full size,
Oh, that's
and it's
pretty cool.
snowing because it's supposed to be frozen.
Yeah.
And they had a full size Ghostbusters Ecto 1 car parked out in there and stuff.
So you know how they have the butter beer for the Harry Potter and they have the different things. Did you see the treat for the Ghostbusters thing that they had out there?
There was some slime or something I saw.
They had a Stay Puft Marshmallow guy s'mores thing.
Melted, yeah.
It was like melted. So he was there and he was all toasted and stuff, and then you could dip in it. Yeah, it was
That's
really
awesome.
cool.
Yeah, but no, some of they're so elaborate. You look like you're walking through a house. We went to a Quiet Place, and they had these huge, massive animatronic monsters that would jump up and like fly over.
Oh,
and stuff.
really?
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
See, before they would just hire college students to jump out at you.
Yeah, no.
Well, I don't need that.
Yeah,
I'm
they had
too
some
old.
pretty elaborate stuff.
I don't need to have a grabber right there at Universal.
Yeah, it was cool.
We think this guy died, or it might be part of the haunted house. We don't
Drag
know.
him out.
Yeah.
A lot of people, but it's cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
sure
it was packed. It was slammed.
Good. That's fun. Fun times. Joe, how are you doing?
I'm all right, Michael.
Oh, good. I'm checking on you every once in a while.
I was so looking. I wanted to walk in this morning and see Gil sitting there. That was so
Me too. I like Gil.
Joe said, "Me too."
But Joe could have stayed there. Joe was very happy in that room at
I really was.
Universal. I'm like, Joe, this could be your life now.
Joe is smiling.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
happy.
Joe was
I like,
happy,
What
Joe.
is going on?
You
Joe
stay
is
here.
happy, Joe.
Gil, come back with us.
Yeah.
Okay.
What were you so happy about?
I was just, I really
Gil
enjoyed
taught you how to do video?
Well, I mean, he didn't teach me. Showed me some stuff.
I got you.
I told Joe before we go, ask Gil how he hides all the wires and stuff. Because I noticed.
I didn't see one wire.
I didn't see one wire.
Not one wire.
I said just before we go, just as hey Gil, let me talk to you for a second. How do you hide all the wires?
This would be Gil's Halloween Horror Nights if he came over here and saw this. He'd be like, he's so scared of it.
We do have a lot of wires, Joe.
I know.
This is how it goes.
Yeah, we got a lot
The
of wires.
business. The business we're in.
Gotta have
The business we chose, Joe.
It is. It is.
Carmen,
Yes.
congratulations to Coach Chad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet he got banged that night.
Oh, boy.
Listen, it was a long weekend. Neither one of us had energy. We just laid by each other and
Yeah, welcome to marriage.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, we just rubbed feet.
Yeah,
and we're
that's
like,
nice.
Yeah.
Speaking of feet, it was so funny. I wasn't going to bring this up, but since you reminded me, I was laying in bed with my wife on Friday, no child, just the two of us laying there watching TV. And she goes, "Remember when you used to rub my feet?" And she moved her feet over to my side, and I went, "Remember when you used to do this?" And I moved my crotch over to her. I was like, "Even Stevens, lady, neither one of those." And she goes, "All right, rub my feet." I go, "No, I'd rather go to bed." I was like, that is not happening. But Chad got Coach of the Week from the Buccaneers. I thought that was great.
Yeah, he won Coach of the Week, which means now he is also in running for Coach of the Year.
Oh, let's make that happen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's pretty cool.
Well, listen, I gotta be honest with you. I don't like the idea that we use the radio show to make Chad win a Coach of the Week. He won because he took a team that hasn't had a win in years, and through blood, sweat, and tears gave them 2 victories.
Yeah.
Right.
And has been donating and volunteering his time. And Carmen's, I mean, they're really trying to turn that organization. He deserved to win that thing. And we anybody listening and hears the stories, we just told you where you can go and vote. So I still think it's unfair to do that. But absolutely, I would vote for him and get the word out because he deserves it.
If he keeps winning, then we make it. If he loses, then he's out.
But
I looked on the website, and there's a pretty hefty criteria just to get nominated.
Right,
to begin with.
Right, to be even on that list of nominees, it's not like it was given to him by us,
right.
And it's not like we voted him in there to begin with. Like the Bucs nominated him.
The Bucs acknowledged the work that he had done over there, and him and the other coaches, and we voted for him, and he deserved it. Is what I'm saying. Is he definitely deserved it. And like Galvin said, then not that if he keeps winning, but if he keeps working the season like he's been working, he absolutely could be Coach of the Year. That could be great.
Right, that would be awesome.
Then you got to bang him.
Yeah. Well, listen, I'm gonna bang him eventually. It's just we had we had a very long weekend, and neither one of us had energy to do that after Friday. And then Saturday there was Little League games up there, so we had to go run the parking for that.
By the way, I think we passed over what Carmen was getting at whenever you said, did you guys do anything? And they were just laying next to each other. You guys were laying next to each other, but also doing stuff?
No.
To yourselves?
No.
Oh, okay.
Shake the bed.
That's what I was picking up. That you guys were doing a little side by side.
No, we were laying in bed and we were like, "Do you want to? Do you want to?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm just so tired." I'm like, "Oh, me too. Thank goodness."
Yeah.
And then we just curled up with each other, started rubbing our feet, and then we just passed out.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah, it was because we did that, and then we had Little League on Saturday, and then we also did a photo shoot on Saturday.
Another sexy photo shoot.
It wasn't super sexy, but it was.
Is he gonna get him fired from the team?
I did see a merman coming out of the water.
Yes, that is the photos I'm gonna post. I'm gonna post those today after Sporcle, so be looking for those.
Okay.
Just a photographer reached out, said, "I'd love to take your pictures." I was like, "Can my boyfriend come? Because we never get good pictures together." And it was,
Can you imagine that guy? He gets the letter. Carmen was it? Can she bring her boyfriend? Yeah,
well,
I guess so.
It's a girl, and she specializes in couples photos.
It's a different girl from the last time?
Yes, it is.
Well,
And-
she's
and-
a man, so.
But we did it on the beach, and it was
I
at
figured you'd be like
sunset.
at one in the concession stand.
Yeah.
You got one.
50-yard line.
Locker
Corn
room.
dog.
That we're gonna do that next year. We're gonna do a football one next year, maybe.
Carmen with just a coach's headset on.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What?
Yeah.
That'll definitely get him fired.
Carmen, in a show that loves to make fun of you,
Yeah.
I have to tell you, at Universal, you look great.
Oh, thank you.
Got your belly showing and the whole deal. Every time I walk by, I wanted to slap it.
I know. Yeah, listen, man, I've been working hard and I've been trying to watch what I eat. It's not going great,
You've been
but
watching it go right in your mouth?
yeah, it's not going great, but it's going.
It's tough to be out there and not
Yeah.
eat,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
that stuff. Yeah.
And I did really good when I was out there.
Butterbeer.
I had one butterbeer.
so good.
And I had the frozen version, which makes it less calories because of all the ice in it.
I don't think it works that way.
Yes, it does. Gio.
If you wave the wand.
By the way, just so you know, this guy had 1.5 beers.
Yeah.
There,
I was
and,
drinking.
and dessert. They had a warm brown with
Gambling
ice
Galvin
cream.
likes to really dive into it.
I was on vacation.
You
I was
like all the vices.
yeah, let's get wild.
Galvin's like, should I get a brownie sundae?
Yeah, we're like, yes.
It's funny. A bunch of people were posting their things, and a lot of people are like, "Hey, I only bet a little bit." And I was like, "Hey, if you won $40, that's 40
Will.
more to."
You see
dump."
Will?
No.
Will was like, damn, Galvin, great. I was like, oh, good. What did he get? $5. You bet $5. Come on, Will.
But so I put out my bet, whatever, and some guy goes, "Well, you make the big boy bets," and I go, "It's the only thing that makes me feel alive."
Yeah, I couldn't care less about who wins tonight. I'll watch that game just because football's on, but now I'll bet on it, and it'll make it way more exciting.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Tom Brady.
You think?
I kept going. I mean, obviously, it was his first game and all that, but it wasn't very exciting.
I think it'll get better, but there was a lot of awkward, like, silence and stuff. It was not smooth.
I did love the video that they had of him, when they said about quitting football and why are you doing the football thing, and they showed him in the Patriots uniform and the Bucs uniform and then in the Michigan uniform. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
he kind of hyped me up a little bit.
He also sounded very rehearsed, like he had planned to say this during the game and planned to say this during the game, and which I guess what you do as a broadcaster.
Yeah,
but it didn't sound natural.
You want it to be like Romo was when he first started out.
Yeah,
and kind of like what you get for Peyton and Eli.
Right.
Wonder if they put him in that situation, if it would be better if they put him in a situation where he had to be less announcer and more just like talk.
Yeah, probably. Like, because a couple times, what do you think, Tom?
Yeah,
I heard that. Yeah. Like, I didn't watch the whole game, but I kept flipping over to hear Brady to see how he's doing. He was a lot of awkward pauses and stuff.
Did you weren't at the game, right?
No.
Okay. Did you notice this during the game? At the end of the game, there was a play where they called the penalty on the Bucs, then they called it back. The video called it back.
Yeah.
The announcers, just to show you how much the announcers suck.
I know what you're going to say because I said the same thing to my son.
They were like, well, here, you got to see, he's ineligible because he's down here and he can't be back here. And he's 1 yard ahead. And there's
it's like
the video.
his arm's over the line of scrimmage
look,
there.
His over the line of scrimmage is no good. And that negates him. And he's an ineligible receiver. Blah, blah, blah. And then the video changes it back and they go, just what we said. Yeah, it was right. Look at that. He's not even over there. I was like, you guys don't know what you're talking about
That's
at
so
all.
funny. Somebody like, he just said it was.
They were 100% positive and why he had done it wrong and why he was wrong. And then when they did the review, he's like, I don't know. Yeah, he was looking at him.
And it was like within like 20 seconds they changed from the completely opposite. That was Greg Olson on the call, who's now like the B team to Tom Brady.
Yeah. Which is
great.
Olson does a great job. He does a great job. And but it's just it's a gift, and I get it. If you can be that other guy and keep talking and keep the game flowing and all that, that's great. But man, is it annoying to listen to sometimes? It is just, they're just saying things to say things and repeating, and it's after a while I was like,
between pitches,
Do you want to hear that? I was playing this for Galvin before the show. This is John Flaherty and Michael Kidd.
This is awkward.
They're from the Yankees. They were calling the game, the Yankees Cubs game this weekend. Hold on, I gotta figure out where it is. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, listen. They got some drama in the booth. of course, right when I played it before.
Come on,
Love
Joe.
Drummond.
I was thinking it'd be great to get a place that's close. You can walk back and forth. I know you mentioned Don Zimmer living out the apartments out in center field, but I just had a lot of time to think on the team bus today because it was just very quiet.
So you'd rather me be chatty? I wasn't feeling great.
I haven't seen you in a long time, right? You don't work road trips anymore when I'm on the road. So I thought we would catch up, but it quickly was evident that you weren't in the mood. So I gathered my thoughts about how it would be nice to live close to Wrigley, walk back and forth to the park.
Interesting narrative that you're putting together, because I've been told by executives that you prefer to work with Ruocco. That's why you two guys are matched up all the time. That's just what I heard. I don't know if there's any truth to it.
I just put it together that the road trips you don't want to go on, that I end up working with Ryan Ruocco because we're willing to work the games on the road.
Ground ball to short. Swanson.
I love that.
Listen, John, I don't pick out my schedule. I go where I'm told.
Seven, 8, 9, 10.
I'll be very chatty tomorrow.
I just want to make sure that you're okay. I was a little worried about you. So I was driving.
That's crazy. Isn't that
fantastic.
crazy? I mean, when that stuff unfolds in the booth, that never happens.
I like the line. I like the narrative you're putting together there.
Yeah, it's quite the narrative.
Pop slide.
They were driving on the team bus to Wrigley Field, and he said he was thinking about how cool it would be to live downtown and be able to just walk across the street, and that Don Zimmer used to live out in an apartment out there and like right outside of center field. And he was like, I was thinking about these things because you weren't talking to me. That's basically what he was saying. The whole ride over, you wouldn't be my friend. You wouldn't talk to me. So I was gathering my thoughts. That's great. Imagine, I can't believe I was just about to say what I was about to say. I was like, imagine being stuck in a room and working with a guy that you hate. Yeah.
And then you looked at Spanish?
Yeah.
No. That's not what I meant.
He locked eyes
Not
with
what I
me.
meant.
It's
Not
true.
what I meant at all.
That must have been boiling over for weeks or, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting because until he said, I thought you preferred to work with Ruocco, I thought they were joking because it kind of like, oh, Galvin, good to see you. I mean, I haven't talked to you in a while. You know, like we just kind of make up like little things like that. And I thought they were just kind of just throwing stuff out there. But when he was like, oh, it's interesting because I heard you preferred to work with the other guy, I was like, wow. Oh, okay.
So he doesn't go with him on the road. I don't understand. I don't really follow baseball.
Well, Michael Kay has been doing the Yankees since as long as I can remember. So he may decide he doesn't want to travel and don't go on the road trip. So it doesn't mean that necessarily that they don't. And he said, I don't go on the road because you like to work with the other guy. But I think it's and he says, I go wherever I'm told, which is not true. I'm sure Michael Kay at this point gets to go wherever he wants to go. But.
Yeah, I'm so naive. I didn't even realize that the announcers travel with the teams, with their teams.
What do you think? How do you think they do the games?
Just watch it on monitors?
Well, I just figured like each city has their own announcers and they announce for whatever teams are playing that night.
When's the last time you watched a baseball game? Yeah, I mean, that's...
But that's the thing with baseball is they have their own announcers. So if you're a Yankees fan, you'd rather listen to the Yankees announcer as opposed to them playing the Astros or whatever, because the Astros announcers are going to be more pro Astro and talk about it. Where Yankees, you know, because there's a lot of times where I'll be watching a football game and there'll be somebody and I'm like, oh, they're a Bengals fan. You can tell, you know, because it's against the Steelers and they're calling everything. Well, that's and I'm like, shut up, idiot.
My father-in-law is like loves baseball. He loves the Dodgers. He loves the Yankees. He'll watch any baseball game that's on, and he keeps trying to tell me. The Yankees, I go, look at me. I don't like baseball anymore. I don't watch it. I don't care about it. I don't stop trying to ask me if I watch baseball. Then Saturday, we had my family came over, and it was me and my father, my brother, and my brother-in-law sitting in the chair watching the Michigan football game and into it, watching the game. My father-in-law walks in the house, walks in and goes, I think the Yankees are on. Can you get the Yankee game? I go, where, why? Fine. And I put the Yankee game on. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Guy loves baseball.
Oh, man.
He's the last American.
Yeah.
All other sports are over now. Football's back.
That's what I said. I don't watch college football. I'd rather watch college football that I don't even know anything about than I would on baseball. Also, 5-team parlay totally lost. College football. I had no idea. I was just picking things.
I had a 3-team parlay and we won.
All right, listen to me. Next week I'm going all Galvin bets.
It was funny too because 2 of the games were early games. They were at like noon. afternoon. So we won both of those, and then they'll make you a cash out offer.
Yeah.
So once you have a 3-way parlay and you win the first two, they'll be like, if you bet $100, they'll be like, we'll give you $250. Like you could win 600 or something. They're like, we'll give you $250 now, and you're like, So I put out there. I said, hey, listen, they're going to offer you guys a cash out offer. If you want to take it, go ahead and take it. I won't even call you a pussy. But everyone was like, no, dude, we're riding with you. And then I needed Tennessee to win by 10, and it was like 51-12 or something. They crushed. Yeah. So everybody won.
Oh, good. All right, listen. What is the Instagram?
Galvin Gambles.
Galvin Gambles.
Yeah.
So, if you want to win some money, do it that way. I'm thinking about doing Mike also gambles, and this way you can watch it and make none of those bets. If you want to do that, if you want to win money, follow Galvin Gambles and don't do anything that I do.
Yeah, you can follow me at Gio Loses.
Yeah. I stand with Gio.
So many people are like, "Is Gio in on this?"
Oh, dude. I would see people would post their bet slip. And like Disney was like, suck it, Gio. And it's like, bet Gio didn't bet this. And like, it's crazy. That's fine. I'm fine with that.
JP hit me up and he was like, dude, I love this. This is great. Whatever. He goes, what do you got for this? So I told him the Bucs one. And he came back to me and he was like, hey, man, because they're not on Hard Rock Bet because they're up in New York.
They can't do it
up there. So he was doing it on a different site. And he goes, they don't have the Mike Evans anytime touchdown thing. And I go, what do they have him for yards? And he goes, would you mind placing the bet for me? And I go, no, not at all. So he sent me money, so I put the bet for him. I'm out running at the time, okay? And I'm doing this, so I send it back to him, and he goes, this is different than what you said. And I go, what did I do? I put Rashad White anytime and then put the kicker under the 1.5. And I was like, damn it. And he goes, I'll pay for it. I go, no, that was my bad. So I fixed it and I sent it to him. So
that was awesome.
By the way, Mike Evans, we're watching like a legend.
Oh, yeah.
Right? It's unbelievable.
The first one he caught was
amazing,
and then the second one he caught between his legs.
And you keep waiting for the drop off because like a lot of times these receivers 10 years they drop. He's been top form again. It's going to be a great season.
I got to tell you, I like the little merengue he did. First touchdown, did a little dancey dance.
I mean, we're really watching a legend. We're lucky to have him here.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Do you get the sense of watching him and Chris Godwin and McMillan and all these guys just scored all seem like they're super tight.
Oh yeah.
And they all seem. And did you hear what they said? What Vita Vea said? He's like, the thing about Baker is he's one of the boys.
Yeah.
He's like, Tom was a celebrity. You couldn't really hang out with him. You didn't really talk to him. He's like, but Baker is in there making jokes. He's hanging out. That's the cohesion of the team that works.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's going to be good. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. All right. Listen. Speaking of cohesion, this team right here.
Yeah.
A-team.
Number one.
Can we just wrap it up and take naps today? We will take a quick break. When we come back, Carmen will tell you what we have to give away for the weekend, and we have some new stuff. And we will play a little Sporcle next on 102.5 The Bone. Carmen?
Yes.
What do we have to give away today?
We have a bunch of stuff. So we have tickets for Korn, Luke Bryan, Creed, Yngwie Malmsteen, the Mike Calta Tailgate for the next one, which is happening September 22nd.
Yeah.
And then for our new tickets, we already have tickets for, we got to practice, TSO.
We are way out of practice.
We definitely have to practice. Yeah. Joe, can we practice over your house?
Yeah, absolutely. Bring it on.
Now, I was listening to, I think Drew or somebody had said that they had Luke Bryan tickets to give away, and my wife goes, oh, you have Luke Bryan tickets to give away? I go, yeah, why? And she goes, but Juliana loves. I go, no, you're thinking of Morgan Wallen. She goes, no, she likes Luke Bryan. I go, let's not encourage that. And she goes, I think she'd like to go. I go, do you want to take her? And she goes, no. I go, then shut it. Shut your mouth.
Is that a stadium thing or?
I don't know, but I don't care. I'll be honest with you. If it was a Ruth Eckerd Hall thing, I still don't want to go. I don't want to sit through catfish. It's just not my thing.
You got country girls though.
No big deal. I'm a 53-year-old old fat guy. What is that doing for me?
Wow.
Yeah,
right.
It's not like the country girls like, come on, look at my shorts.
And then we also have tickets for preseason Lightning.
Oh, wow. That's good. Yeah. I like when there's football, hockey combos. Yeah. You can get a good weekend. You can go to a Saturday night hockey game and a Sunday night Bucs game.
For sure.
All right, let's do it right now and give some of that stuff away with a little bit of Sporcle. Here we go. I don't remember what happened at Universal.
I do.
I think I won.
Nope.
Oh.
Are you?
Hello?
What's happening?
You hanging up on people on purpose?
No, Mike Zernak is in my computer doing stuff on the phone lines.
Michael, you won.
Oh, I won. Okay,
Yes.
so then, all right, good. So then we're
You're
starting
on a
over.
streak, yeah.
All right. No, one streak.
Yeah.
No. All right, Carmen is the keeper of Sporcle. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. Carmen, what are we playing today?
Okay, today we're going to be playing Shared Word. Can you name the missing word that is shared between two songs?
I love share.
Okay, so I'm going to give you two song titles. You're going to give me the missing word that is shared in both song titles.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Your first one. Don't be too be kind. Galvin. Jungle.
Love.
Wonderland.
Boogie.
Galvin. Of love is a dancer.
Rhythm.
Mike Calta. Let's get.
Busy.
Let's pretend we're
Married.
Mike Calta. Living on the of
Edge.
17. Geo. I to know
Need.
you
Gotta.
tonight. Need. Geo. I love your behind a painted.
Wall. No.
I love your blank behind a painted blank.
Face.
Canvas.
I love you, belly.
Smile. I love your
That
smile
was face.
behind a painted smile. Better off.
Dead.
You're not.
Alone.
Mike Calta. Two of on fire.
Hearts.
Mike Calta. What the gives you? What the blank
World.
gives you blank? What the blank by Avril Lavigne gives you blank
Skater boy.
by All American Rejects?
Pause.
Hell. What the hell gives you hell?
Hope it gives you hell.
And Pap, are you judging? Are you playing? What you doing this today?
Yeah,
All right.
we're here.
We're halfway there.
Spanish has a total of 0 points. Gio and Galvin are tied with 2. Michael is your leader right now. He's winning with 4.
All right. Shared words. You're naming the missing words in these two songs. Your next one. When I of you.
Think.
I, Mike Calta. I am a lobster.
Rock.
Mike Calta. She drives me
Crazy.
crazy. Mike.
Nah, it's
That was Gio.
Geo gets the point. Back in
Black.
water. Geo. Hard to say.
Sorry.
Pap.
I don't know.
I know.
I don't know.
Integrity, anybody? Or no points?
I
was not-
thought it was me. I
It
heard
was
other
not
people,
me.
so I don't know.
I thought it was Mike.
So did I.
Oh,
Mike gets the point.
my bravo, you guys. That is some
integrity.
strong integrity. Thank you.
Right.
Integrity.
Thank
I
you.
don't know how all three of us heard it, but not Joe.
Yeah. The one who's supposed to be listening for it. I don't know what the answer is.
Yeah.
Let me turn up my horn.
Yeah.
And Pap, we're on the last 3.
I miss Gil.
I miss Pam.
Spanish has 0 points. Galvin has 2. Gio with 4. And Michael is your leader right now. He's winning with 7.
Oh boy.
All right. Shared words. Last 3. Here we go. Thick as a
Brick.
house. Brick. Spanish.
Good job, Spencer.
Yeah, on the
Way
board.
to wake up.
As go by of a
Days.
clown.
Tears.
Galvin. And your last one. Diamonds are
Forever.
your girl. Forever. Pap.
Galvin.
No way.
That was
Good.
Your final score, Spanish with a single point. Galvin and Gio both tied with 4, and Michael is your triumphant champion today. He won with 7.
7 integrity points. Thank you. Now I have a streak going. Good. I think I could pick a line. Good morning. Who is this?
Hey, this is Manny.
How you doing, man?
I'm good, dude.
You're the winner. I'm going to put you on hold. Carmen will grab you during the break, and we'll hook you up with a prize. Okay, buddy?
All right, man. Have a great week, brother.
You too. Hold on for a second there. Galvin, what do we have coming up in news?
Coming up in news today, hot heat. She's a rich bitch, and we're back, baby.
Oh, boy. Can I tell you something disgusting?
Sure.
Yeah.
Love to hear disgusting
My
stuff.
ear hair are so... I can feel it moving. I can feel it brushing against my headphones right now. Yeah. Oh, no.
Did they close eye wax you?
No, I have to go.
Oh.
I'm just due for an appointment.
A good waxing.
I mean, honestly, I think I need to visit by that guy who just shows up on people's houses and goes, "Can I clean your lawn for free?" You ever see that guy on TikTok or Instagram? He just shows up at people's houses. He's like, "Hey, I noticed your grass is overgrown. Can I clean it for free?"
And so many people argue with him and get mad at him, like neighbors. Like, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm cutting their lawn for free. Like, relax. Or, you shouldn't be in here. The guy's doing something nice for a lady that's 80 years old who hasn't mowed her lawn. It's making your neighborhood look nicer. I'm calling the cops.
I wish he was here to cut the inside of my ears right now.
Can they laser? Can you laser the ears?
Yes, Bobby lasered his.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Wispy ear hair is such an old man thing.
Mine's not even wispy. It's like that's hard to explain. It's like Brillo. I feel like it's Brillo. Yeah, it's Brillo. Man. I got to get it done.
I imagine it's a lot like a boar's back.
Oh my God.
Wait, what?
I'm just
boar's back here. That's how I feel.
You know how they have the different stuff where, lasering and doing that and the chiropractors and doing everything else. I saw a video the other day of a guy who is not a chiropractor, but he has people lay on the table and then he pushes on them in different spots so they can fart.
That sounds great.
And he's like jabbing them in the side and they're going,
what would that be called?
Shaking them and stuff.
What would that be called?
I don't know.
Fartologist.
Fartologist?
I think you just won. Yeah. You just won. All right, we'll take a quick break. Galvin, as your news, we'll do that next on 102.5 The Bone. I love Genesis.
You ever see Phil Collins live or no?
I don't think I have. No.
I didn't. I never did.
No.
I don't think we're going to have a chance to either.
No. He's decrepit and old
stinky.
now. Stinky.
Every time I see him, that's all I think is his ex-wife said that he used to go like 8 or 9 days without showering.
What gross human being would do that?
Dude, I totally get it. I know you guys aren't keeping track, but today is day 4 of showering.
No shower?
Of showering every day. So
hey.
That's right.
Day 4,
That's right.
so where was the break?
What do you mean, where was the
Because
break?
you said you showered at Universal before Universal.
Right, so that was Friday, right? Friday.
Well, you showered
Saturday,
Friday or Thursday?
Sunday, Monday.
She asked
5
you a
days.
question.
5 days because I did shower Thursday.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Broke the doing
better than I thought.
You showered Thursday and then you showered Friday before you went to the show on Friday or no?
Yes.
Friday morning?
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
Mm-hmm.
Joe?
Yes. No, he did. He definitely did. We had adjoining rooms, and I heard the shower in there.
Oh. Okay. Good eye, Joe. Good eye.
He heard the shower. I heard, Sarah, if you're going to at like 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
So
I leave and I hold the door when I leave so it doesn't slam in the morning. Yeah.
I don't turn the TV on loud. I do my stuff, whatever.
Are you showering at Brother Mark's?
Oh
no, I showered at the house.
I mean like
have you showered?
Yes, I have showered
with
at
Brother Mark.
With him and without him, both.
What if that is what's leading to your thing is that you're really in love with Brother Mark and you think that we're not going to accept you for that?
No, I know you guys would accept me if I came out.
I don't even think it's coming out. I feel like you're already out. It would just be like in a relationship. Though.
Yeah, I would definitely tell you. I would be like, you're never going to believe this, but
and
guess
we'd all
what?
believe it.
Yeah. All right. Well.
We don't.
Yeah.
You want to come clean now?
Yeah. No.
Brother Mark? Turns out he's not my brother.
Yeah.
Lover Mark.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Beautiful Mark.
All right. All right. I was just wondering. Just letting you know that we would accept you.
I appreciate that. Yeah. I would definitely tell you.
This is a safe zone, it's a safe place.
That's not true, but either way, I would tell you.
Nothing you say here will ever come back to bite you in the ass.
Yeah. But I would still tell you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to check in with Galvin. He has today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
Man, just say that Starbucks coffee with almond milk has a new name. It's called Ass Juice.
Oh.
This sucks.
I'm sorry, man. I wish I could give you what you want.
And it's not your fault.
Yeah.
It just sucks.
That's what Brother Mark said to Spanish
That's
the other
right.
day in the shower.
Give me your ass juice.
Even when
I can't quit you.
when I order the almond milk, it just doesn't sound right.
No, it doesn't feel right either. But
Trenta cold brew with almond milk. That's how I say it.
Can I just tell you though, what you just reminded me of, Galvin? The first time that I was in a movie theater where I saw the trailer for Brokeback Mountain, and it was about two gay cowboys, and the one said, "I wish I can quit you," and I looked at Amanda and said, "Is this real life? What are we watching?" Which went on to be, I think, might be in there in my top 50, one of my favorite movies.
It's a great movie.
It's a great movie,
Yeah.
and it's one of the saddest movies I've ever seen. But the whole, I wish I could quit you, and then that whole tension when they grab each other, and you're like, is this movie about gay cowboys? What is going on? Like, you had no idea that it was coming. It wasn't like it is now, where we know a movie's coming out 3 years before it comes out.
Yeah.
This one just popped up on the trailer, and everybody was quiet, and then we all looked at each other and went, "What just happened?
Yeah.
What is going on?"
Do you think while Gyllenhaal and the other dude, what's
Heath
his name?
Ledger?
In Ledger, when they were filming that, like they had to do scenes where they were kissing or doing stuff, whatever. Do you think afterwards they're like, you're so gay. You tried to slip your tongue in."
Yeah. Well, do you remember? I remember they did interviews and they talked about how they lived together for 6 months or something just to get ready to do those types of scenes with each other.
I lived with Pete for 5 years. Never kissed him once.
Right?
Just saying.
Yeah.
Never even.
it.
Yeah.
Listen, friendly fire is one thing from kissing. You know what I'm saying?
Is it?
From kissing.
Yeah.
If I had to choose one or the other, I think I'd just choose.
Kissing?
Yeah.
You like Pete's warm tongue in your mouth?
Opposed to his.
I mean, look, I'm not asking for it, but
I'm
it was
not
an
asking
easy
for
fix.
either. But I mean, if I had a gun to my head,
It's like somebody who's trying to wrench on their car and they hit a pipe, and then all of a sudden some gross gets on their arm, and they just wipe it off.
I still
You're
think
like, I don't need this motor oil on my arm, and you wipe it off, and it's gone. But if you hit the pipe and your mouth is open and it's squirted in your mouth, and you had all that oil, you would taste that for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Arm better than mouth.
Yeah.
Bird
Trust me.
poop on your arm is a lot different than bird poop in your mouth.
Perfect, Galvin. Thank you. Perfect. Anyway, Galvin, what do we have in news?
You seagull. you Pete Gull.
Oh, yeah.
Today's news is brought to you by Pelt's Shoes. Stop at Pelt's, man. They have everything you're looking for right in there. If you need some new shoes, get into Pelt's because they have all the different styles, all the different brands. Whether you're looking for athletic shoes, you need some boat shoes, you need some sandals. Maybe you're out at the tailgate and you're like, my feet are so hot, and you wanted to have some flip-flops or something. Well, I have those right there at Pelt's. They have 6 locations throughout Pinellas, Sarasota, and Fort Myers. So stop into a Pelt's today and make sure you tell them Galvin from the Mike Calta Show sent
My feet
you.
were hot.
Yeah.
My feet were hot.
If it get
My
hot.
face was hot. It was gross.
Yeah.
The weather was good. My hair, when your hair is so short and it drips on your shoulders,
Yeah.
you know it's hot. Gross.
From start to finish, the Bucs thoroughly dominated the Washington Commanders in a convincing 37-20 opening day victory with their 4th consecutive of such. 4 straight week 1 wins ties the Eagles and the Dolphins for the 2nd longest streak in the NFL, behind only the rival New Orleans Saints, who expanded their lead to 6 straight after dominating the Carolina Panthers. Baker Mayfield threw for 289 passing yards and 4 touchdowns in the Tampa Bay's 37-20 victory over the Washington Commanders.
And don't forget, coming up at 8 o'clock, we'll have Baker Mayfield on the show. I just want to see what that sounded like. We were so close to that happening.
that was gonna be great.
We were so close. It was a done deal. And then it fell apart. We almost had Baker Mayfield coming on the show every Monday.
Not my fault. So
I blame
Nah,
before you
Gio's
get,
fault.
I blame Joe.
Spanish.
All right.
Yeah.
yeah, Gil would have made that happened.
Baker actually came in and he goes, too many wires, guys.
Yeah.
He goes, I can't trip over those wires and be out for the season.
Dude, at one point he was like 16 for 18 halfway through the game.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was playing great.
Dude, he was on fire yesterday, smiling the whole time. He's just having fun.
Yeah, you can tell he really likes being there, which is
yeah.
cool.
Speaking of sports and football in particular, according to a website called sportscasting.com, NFL fans will have to pay how much for a beer and a hot dog this season at different stadiums? What do you think most expensive stadium is? Or most expensive, you can name the football team.
LA, the Chargers.
The Chargers is tied with the Rams for number
Yeah.
2. A beer and a hot dog,
For number 2.
$19.49.
Wow.
Miami.
Yeah. Miami is, let's see, where's Miami? Miami's actually one of the least expensive. $9.98.
Giants, Jets.
The Jets, let's see. Giants, Jets. No, not in there.
Dallas Cowboys.
Nope.
This is the most expensive.
Most expensive, yeah.
Beer and a hot dog. And the Dallas Cowboys.
I think you'll be surprised at number one. Number one comes in at $19.98. So just under $20 for a beer and a hot dog.
That's nuts.
Green Bay?
Yeah. No, not Green Bay.
Philly.
Seattle Seahawks.
Wonder why.
I don't know. Chicago Bears, New Orleans Saints, and Jacksonville Jaguars are all basically right at 19. And then the stadiums where the beer and a hot dog cost the least, number one, Atlanta Falcons, only $7.49.
Wow, that's a huge difference.
Yeah, so the owner insists that the hot dogs stay like $4 or $5
in Atlanta.
Awesome. Yeah,
that's good.
So it's like Costco.
Yeah, like he insists, like that was like a big thing when they opened the new stadium. It's like the hot dogs and stuff are going to be normal prices.
But yeah, probably even less than that because if it's $7.49, you think the beer is probably $4.
Yeah.
What is the average cost of a beer and a hot dog in Tampa? Do we know? Like, or what do we think? I mean, I've only been to a couple of games where I didn't sit in the press box or in a suite or something, and I didn't partake in buying and drinking while I was there.
I feel like last year I was paying like $13 about for Tampa.
By the way,
For
Atlanta has the cheapest hot dogs, $2.
Yeah,
$2 for the hot dog. So then you're paying, $5 whatever for the beer.
Keep the hot dogs at $2. Jack the beer up to 12.
Yeah, but the beer is $5.49,
which
is
great too.
Lower than a lot of other places as well. Yeah, so if you're going to do it, if you want a beer and a hot dog, drive to Atlanta.
Yeah.
This says Raymond James, the average beer, 16-ounce beer, is $9.25.
That seems about right.
Yeah, probably $5 for a dog or something. So
yeah, that's not bad.
It is terrible, but
that's what you expect.
Where are you going to go? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's kind of like eating in the airport.
But I'm not one of those people who goes to these games and is like, all right, let's go eat. I don't sit at my chair eating nachos and all that stuff.
But the funny thing is, and you have kids, Gio, you have kids. Whenever you go anywhere, you could have just eaten dinner, and then you go there. Can I get a pretzel and a this and a this? They want the most expensive. Like, you just ate. Why are we eating again? Oh, because it's fun. Yeah. I want a $20 pretzel.
Yeah. Kids screw up everything.
$17 for a beer and a hot dog as at the average at Raymond James Stadium. The hot dog is $7.75 and the beer is $9.25.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I'm not mad at that because that's the average price. And you do have a family of 4 in there. You're spending $100 on hot dogs and beer. Well, the kids hopefully aren't drinking.
Yeah. That's a lot. Sticking with sports, Angel Reese's sensational rookie campaign for the Chicago Sky has ended because of a season-ending wrist injury she suffered Friday against the Los Angeles Sparks. Reese posted, "What a year. I never would have imagined last bucket of my rookie season would be a 3, but maybe it was God saying, give them a taste of what they'll be seeing more of in year 2, LOL. Reese's final season averages were 13.6 points, 13.1 rebounds, and 1.3 steals per game.
So on Friday, when we were broadcasting from Universal, we were talking about the difference between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark and all that. And I had said that that it was race was the reason. I actually said racism, but race is really the reason why all these people now are attracted to the WNBA. And then we disagreed on it a little bit, and we talked about it. And
we disagreed. You said it was racist,
right?
But race is involved, certainly.
And how the in the opposite about how black people started watching golf more when Tiger Woods was the champion. I can't tell you how many emails I got from listeners who were black who were like, thank you for saying it. Not that I was doing something but thank you for finally admitting it. You know what I mean? That's how they felt the whole time. And very few white people will actually admit that's the case. And I don't really think it's racist. I just think it's a reason why Mattel decided to make black Barbies in the 70s, because people want something they can relate to. I remember being a kid and seeing a black Barbie for the first time and go, why would they do this? And my mother said to me, because maybe black kids want to play with black toys. And I went, oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. So anyway, I got a lot of emails from people, so we get it. We know what's going on. We hear you. Power to the people.
What is Reese's nickname? Isn't it Chicago Barbie or something like that? I think they call her Chicago Barbie or Shy Barbie.
I'm not sure.
That's funny.
She's listen. Angel Reese is really good, and it's too bad that she's out for the rest of the season. But especially right now, getting ready for playoffs.
Yeah, I think there's like 9 games left.
So
postseason?
Who's rookie of the year?
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark. Yeah.
I mean, it has to be.
Yeah,
it has to be. If you can go, if you want to just go pure stats, it has to be. If you want to go popularity, it has to be.
But I thought Angel Reese was beating her in stats.
No, she's Angel Reese is huge with rebounds, but Caitlin Clark has
everything
the
else.
threes. She has the points. She has the assists. She's getting triple doubles. She did 2 triple doubles this year. I mean it's ridiculous.
Angel Reese, the one with the big eyelashes.
Eyelashes, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Her nickname is the Bayou Barbie.
Bayou Barbie. That's
Barbie.
right, because she's from Louisiana. Yeah, but I think that now that she's in Chicago, they were calling her the Shy Barbie
cool.
too.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at girls with the eyelashes.
No.
I like
They
them.
pull it
I
off.
like that. I saw a thing that said no guy ever said, I wish she had longer eyelashes. No, it's not true. But when we see it, we're like, what's up?
Yeah.
It's
Bring
funny.
me in like a Venus flytrap.
It's funny too to now see women with the eyelashes and then see women without the eyelash. The same woman without the eyelashes, they look. I don't want to say worse, but they look. You're like, what happened?
It's not as full.
Yeah,
It's not as full,
yeah, exactly. It's like something's different.
I watched a woman take them off though the other day. Ooh, that's hard. It's like they're ripping their eyelids off.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt. It just looks weird.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that girl on the boat with the eyelashes and she's standing there and the boat's going and her
Fluttering.
eyelashes are I mean, she looks like her head's going to fly off because her eyelashes are so big.
There is something sexy about them, even when they look too big. You're like, yeah, they look stupid, but there is something that's calling you. It's like they're waving you over.
Who I saw who had the eyelashes and then they did a flashback and she didn't have the eyelashes and you're like, what's going on with her? Chimp crazy.
Oh yeah.
They show pictures of her when she's younger and you're like, nah.
Did you watch it last night?
No, I did not. I'm going to watch it today. Did you watch it? Oh, yeah? All right. Just don't tell me anything. Just tell me, does it wrap up well?
I'm not going to say it.
Okay. All right. Gio.
Yes.
I think you're in. I think you're riding with us on this one. Mega Millions, next estimated jackpot, which is happening on Tuesday, tomorrow. $800 million. Wow. Cash option. Just over $400 million, $401.8 million. The next drawing for Mega Millions is happening tomorrow night, so get them in there. 5 quick picks for the Mega Millions with the Mega Plier.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
We're going to be rich, guys.
All right. You text that to me?
Yeah.
Joe?
Yes.
You don't know how much. I'd give you whatever you wanted. Just
Really?
ask me.
Oh, I appreciate that,
Yeah.
Michael.
I got $800 million. Doesn't matter anymore.
Oh, man.
right.
Think how many wires you can get.
Can I get some new wires?
I would hire Gil to live at your house.
And teach you the ways.
Yeah.
I would be okay with me. I like Gil.
$800 million. I don't think I work anymore. I think I buy out of my contract and I'm done.
Oh, I'm buying beer and hot dogs at the stadium
my
for everybody.
God, yeah.
The whole
Yeah.
stadium.
The whole stadium. Yeah, I would do that.
Free beer and hot dogs this game for everybody.
I love that show. I would. I'm telling you right now. I would give away most of it, and I would just have fun with the rest of it. We would have the best life
I can't
ever.
even comprehend what it feels like to have that type of wealth.
I'd have to have my wife killed. I think right away. I was gonna say. Well, I was gonna say I have to get divorced because I don't think I need her anymore at that point.
You just pay her to go away. You don't have to
Yeah.
kill her. Just-
I like to kill her.
I'm telling you right now, if I win $800 million, I am done gambling. You know why? Because there's no way I could get that
The
kind
rush.
of without gambling $5 million.
that's what happened to
or something,
Jordan.
whatever. Yeah, exactly. But I'm not doing that, so I just shut it down completely.
Look at Portnoy when he loses like $300 grand
Yeah.
on like a single bet.
Yeah, somebody pointed out to me the other day that he did something, whatever, and he lost. And I go, he'll be okay.
Yeah, when you have $100 million, you're okay.
He's gonna be all right.
I have to tell you, it's certainly different now than it was 10 years ago on what I would do if I won that money.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I would retire immediately. Whereas before, I was like, I'd probably work a couple more years. I wouldn't be bored.
Yeah, but
I'd
that was
retire immediately.
when you were younger.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what my thing is. I think
Because
I just travel.
because also this is a fun job. We're not going. We don't have to do
Yeah.
ditches. We don't have to. Sit
Yeah,
in
if
a
I was
cubicle.
showing up at an office every day, I'd
Yeah.
be like, no.
Exactly, but this is fun. So you're like, I'd probably still work a little bit and do this stuff. But now you're like, yeah, I'm just gonna travel.
Plus,
and
I'd probably retire you people too.
sure, yeah,
You know what I mean?
probably.
Everybody gets
How
$1
dare
million each.
$1 million. You're going down.
Oh,
I
what was before?
at one
I
point
can't retire. With
I
$1
at one
million.
point was at least 7 million.
7?
Yeah.
Not from me.
Yeah, from
well,
you.
it changed. Time went on. Time has changed.
Well, I don't.
I
Like
need
it.
a lot
Inflation, yeah.
I could not justify giving you $7 million and then telling my wife, we're only giving your brothers $1 million each. You know,
I mean,
who are you closer with?
You can probably justify it.
If I give you $7 million, my brother's gonna be like, well, that's $21 million for me, right? And next thing you know, I'm broke again.
Nobody needs to know. I can keep my mouth shut.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Got to sign an NDA.
There is nothing better. I love this. This is my favorite thing. Is anytime you get any like bonus, if like everybody gets a bonus, whatever. This was whenever I worked at a different radio station.
I know what you're gonna
we're
say.
making a bunch of money, whatever. But it was like you got a $250 bonus on your check for something, whatever. And I would open it in front of other people, and I'd go $5,000, and they'd go, "What?
Not cool."
I love that. You didn't? Oh, you didn't get? No, never. I mean, no. What'd you get? That's the same as what I got too. This cannot be good, Carmen. We're always talking about different stuff. This is a healthier choice. This is probably better. I don't think there's any healthy choice for Doritos.
Oh,
Yeah.
But scientists have discovered that a common food dye found in Doritos can turn a living mouse's skin transparent.
Ooh, I like that.
Okay.
That can't be good.
That would be great. I would love to see transparent people.
Oh.
Hey, how's your heart doing? I don't know. Let me look at it.
Oh my God.
Dude,
That
I mean,
can't be
I don't know why it does it to mice, but it's not doing it to people.
No,
Not
it's
yet.
not doing it to people, but also
Because my friend Hector used to eat Doritos like crazy.
Really?
Yeah, you'd be able to see through Hector if that was the case.
Oh man,
I'd be
how's
pretty
Hector
interesting.
doing these years?
Haven't seen him. Al, good morning. You're on the Mike Calta Show. What up, Al?
What's up, guys? How y'all doing this morning?
Good, man. What's happening?
I had a question for Galvin. I was just curious if he's going to be posting his Galvin Gambles content on any other social media other than Instagram, for those of us that don't have it.
Curious, why do you not use Instagram?
I do not. I do not use Instagram.
How old are you?
It kind of, everything feels the same. I'm 28 years old.
Yeah, I think it's it's an older man's platform.
Yeah, but what am I going to put it on Twitter? Twitter's
Yeah,
even
what do you
older.
prefer, sir?
I mean, anything. Isn't he doing a show on YouTube now, too?
No, we were talking about doing that.
Oh
but I don't
yeah.
know.
We were talking about doing picks there, but it changes too quickly. That
was really my question, was if the YouTube was still going to follow up.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work out.
Yeah, no. I got to be honest with you. No, I'm not joining more platforms to help. Just Al.
Sorry, Al.
Just get on
Get on Instagram.
Yeah, it would be easier if you got on Instagram.
Mike, good morning. You're on the Mike Calta Show. What's up, Mike?
Good morning. This is Mike from Venice, Florida. I met you and Galvin yesterday and John Senning
Yep.
at the cookout there. And I just wanted to say my girlfriend, I believe there was 2 24-ounce beers she bought yesterday. It was $37 and change at the Bucs Stadium.
2 24-ounce beers for $37. Jeez, that's pretty.
How about this though? They were free at the tailgate. You
Yeah,
like that?
tailgate got them free.
I thank you. That barbecue was great.
Right? That was the
Thank you.
brisket chop's awesome. All right, well, thank you for the heads up, sir.
Good to meet you.
$37 for 2 beers.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's not. It's especially bad if you're somebody like Gio who likes to drink 6 or 7.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Here's the thing too: is whenever I used to bartend and people would, and back then, like a premium drink was $4.50. Now it's probably $12 for a premium drink. But people are like, "Oh, this is expensive." Da da da. And I go, "Yeah, but you know what? Not all these people are in your family room. So you want to come to the party, you got to pay
Sure.
extra prices.
Sure.
We have the music, the air conditioning, all the lights and everything. You're paying for that as well. It's the same with going to the stadium. You're paying for the experience.
Yeah.
It's all part of it and stuff. You want the team to have good turf out there. You want the seats to be nice and red when you sit down in
You
them.
want Baker Mayfield to throw 4 touchdowns.
Yeah,
You want Mike
exactly.
Evans to stay on the Bucs. Pay for those goddamn beers.
I was so hoping that was the guy bitching about the brisket.
Oh, great. So this is think about stuff before you do it. Fire officials in Virginia were called to a home after an oven exploded.
Okay.
What do you think happened where the oven exploded? You would assume
Gas.
oven,
gas.
yeah.
You would assume gas thing, leak, something like that. Turned out that someone turned on the oven. What?
I was gonna say, did they put like a crock pot in there?
Not a crock pot. They turned on the oven with a loaded gun inside the oven.
yeah.
You know where you keep your guns.
For what reason?
Yeah. Just put my gun in here for a little while. 5 rounds shot out of it. No one was hurt.
But if
No.
God should have made it where he shot the people who
Yeah.
put the gun.
Yeah.
The bullet struck through the wall and hit the guy in the temple.
my gosh.
Stupid.
Just gonna put my gun away.
Yeah.
There you go. Hey, don't cook any nachos. My 357's in there.
Does anybody get arrested for this?
You would think there would be some sort of fine or something to leave.
Shouldn't be allowed to have guns.
Yeah.
My dad lived in New York, and I went to visit him one time, and I wanted to heat something up in the oven, and I turned the oven on to 350. And after a while, I'm like something's burning, and I opened the oven. He was storing pots and pans inside the oven, like because he lived in an apartment, he had limited space, and one of the things that he had was this giant bowl that you'd put a turkey in. And it was made out of like rubber, and it melted. It melted like frosting on his other pans. I was like, I just left him a note, and I wrote, "I did this, and this happened," and I wrote at the bottom, "And may God have mercy on my soul."
Yeah, I've seen people put like a frozen pizza on a cutting board and put it in the
my gosh.
thing, like a plastic cutting board and put it in the oven.
No,
It's
you
like,
can't put plastic in
No,
there.
it doesn't work out that way. It's so funny. I just told you guys this story the other day. So I lived in an apartment that was about the size of this room. It was 400 square feet. It was a little tiny apartment that I lived in. And whenever I would do for the radio station, the imaging, all the zip zaps and the voice guy used to come on CDs. Now everything's digital. And my apartment was so small that I had a desk set up with my computer that I worked on and stuff. And my buddy Kevin was over, and he was like, "Can you make me some liners for this?" And I was like, "Yeah, no problem." And I reached in my oven, pulled the CDs out. I never cooked anything in the oven, so I just would store all my CDs in there. It was so great. He laughed. I go, "What are you laughing at?" I go, "You dry your dishes on a towel on the floor."
On the floor?
Yeah. He would put a towel down on the floor in his kitchen and dry him because he had a small apartment too.
That's so funny.
A 33-year-old man was sentenced to 4 months in jail for stalking after he shipped himself inside a box to his ex-girlfriend's home and threatened her with a gun. Surprise!
Can you do that? Like, can somebody survive in a box, like getting thrown through the FedEx?
Apparently, yeah. And if you're going locally, it's not like you're in there. You're probably in there for a couple hours, whatever. And if it has
packing peanuts in there,
or something,
you think, or bubble wrap you going with?
I don't know.
I'd probably do packing peanuts.
A comforter,
right? Yeah.
Just some couch pillows.
And somebody else had to ship them.
Yeah.
Somebody had to, all right, I'm good. Put the top on.
Or you could do one of those things where I leave the box out to the front of the house, and I don't know, that just seems real weird.
But even picking him up and stuff, I'm assuming he had to have been in a crate. It's not like he's in a cardboard box. You know what I mean? You'd fall through. 100, even if you're the smallest guy, if you're 130 pounds, I don't know whether that's holding that. But also, you have to have somebody close it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whether it's a cardboard box or a crate, nail gun, do whatever. Anyways, he told the judge he just wanted to get his stuff back. So, yeah. He just jumped out with a gun. Now give me my Neil Diamond CDs.
They're in the oven.
Yeah. Someone in Arizona, we talked about this before about, I think this is hilarious whenever you find this out. Someone in Arizona, a guy, sneezed while he was in the shower, and a Lego piece that had been lodged in his nose for 25 years flew out.
In his nose?
In his nose. He said since he was a kid that he had sinus problems and allergies and all this different stuff.
No.
Meanwhile, had the Lego thing.
Oh, my God.
lodged up in his nose. Sneeze. I bet he feels so good.
I bet that Lego piece looked foul.
Oh, yeah.
I would plug it into another Lego. I would save that immediately.
Oh.
So gross.
No X-ray. I mean, if you go to the dentist, they take X-rays of your skull. Like your
He had to remember that thing going up his nose, or else he'd be like, "Where the hell did this come from?"
Although he may have not, it may just went, apparently I must have shoved this in my nose when I was a kid. But even that, if it's higher up in your sinus, whatever.
Guess, you're right.
Or if they're not necessarily looking for anything,
The relief must have been insane.
Right.
Yeah.
I had a little piece of almond stuck in my tooth the other day. I got it out and I felt like $1 million bucks. I can't imagine a Lego piece being in my nose for 25 years. It's wild. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
To someone.
Oh.
Someone we know at least. Did you know that today, September 9th, is the most common birthday in the United States?
Wow.
Yeah. The top 10 are all between the 9th and the 20th.
So that's January banging.
Yeah.
If you count back 40 weeks, you get right there in the holidays.
Yeah.
So Christmas and stuff, and January, New Year's Eve. Here's your Christmas present. I'm gonna stuff your stocking.
I can't even picture what my parents were doing.
Oh.
No, I mean I know what they were doing.
Yeah.
I'm just, and I don't want to picture it, but you know what I'm saying, like where they were in their lives and all that stuff. That's so awkward and weird.
Do you wonder whether your parents planned on getting pregnant?
Well, I know they didn't.
They did not.
No, my mother was 17. My dad was 19.
Yeah.
And no, they didn't have a pot to piss in. They weren't married. So,
What about your brother? Did they plan on him?
Probably. I don't know. I'd ask, but probably.
Yeah. It's interesting because I don't know what you think about that. Like if you're the oldest one, did they plan on having you? Or did they have you and they're like, all right, we figured that out and then had more or whatever?
Yeah, no, I definitely was not. I was an accident.
My brother Tom and his wife, it's funny because they talked about this. They did a lot of stuff. They traveled, they did all this different stuff and then planned on having a family. And they did it so that Danielle would be pregnant during the wintertime, so it wouldn't be as hot and stuff. And the girl was like, how did you? And she's like, you just count backwards. You know what I mean? You go, okay, 9 months from now and this and that, whatever. And she's like, oh, okay.
We planned both of our kids. Like we tried hard for Joey, and then Juliana came pretty easy after that. But we tried for both of those kids. Yeah, like we planned it. We're like, all right, squeeze one more out and then wrap it up.
Yeah, that's I obviously Oliver, my son, is adopted and stuff, but I don't see people who are just like, yeah, I guess we're just having another kid. I mean, it happens. It certainly happens. But what that tends to be, the people that aren't planning tend to be people who probably shouldn't be having kids. Not all of them. But I'm saying like, seventh one didn't plan on this one either, and you're like,
a lot of times it has to do with religion. You know, those people. Yeah. I know that if between Joey and Juliana, if we would have had an accident, we would have had it for sure. Yeah. But when they looked at us and said, "Well, it's a girl," we were like, whoop, "Zip it up now! We got 1 and 1. We're out." That was it.
So Juliana is 11 and Joey just turned 18. So 7 years difference between those two. That's pretty interesting because whenever my wife and I got together and got married, Oliver was 8. And we thought about it, but I'm like, that's too big of a difference, but it really isn't. Looking at them, that's not a big difference. But in my mind, that was a big, big difference.
It certainly is a good age span for raising them.
Right.
Because one is a little bit more independent and you can, dedicate the time to the other one.
Yeah. And if you need to, whatever, you could, Joe could watch her and, you know.
And there's really not any jealousy between the two of them because they don't want the same things. They're not after the same, they're not watching cartoons at the same time.
Right.
I don't know. And then I watched old videos and Joey was very excited to have a sibling. So I watch videos and I don't know who that kid is.
Yeah.
Like that little happy boy that talked his face off to this moody teenage jerk off that we have now.
Wait.
My third daughter, we only had her because I got an Xbox 360.
I love this story, dude.
Traded out?
I traded straight up. My wife was like, "Oh, we don't have another kid." I said, "No way, no way." And I said, "Well, if I get an Xbox, if I can go buy an Xbox 360 right now, we can have another kid."
Drive a hard bargain.
I love it, dude.
At the time, we weren't making a lot of money and stuff like that. And I said, if I can go buy an Xbox 360 tonight, right now, we
for
can have
$500. We can also add another financial burden to this family.
we can have another.
Can I tell you what that makes you? A gigolo.
Yeah. You're a sperm donor.
We had the same thing. I had my son and my daughter. I'm like, perfect. This is great. No way am I having another one.
Yeah.
And that was the bartering.
And your wife wanted another one that bad. That's interesting.
Yeah,
I would have had another one. I would have let my wife buy an Xbox to have another one. She didn't want to have any more, but I think we just knew we got 2 healthy ones, 1 and 1. We should just wrap it up.
I was always stressed out by the whole process.
Yeah.
Gio's like, by the way, I'm playing it while we're doing it.
I literally said, I'm going to buy it tonight. Like, I'm going to leave here now and go buy the Xbox.
That's hilarious.
I didn't think we'd have a second kid because my wife's pregnancies were so difficult. She had lost the first baby. She had suffered through Joey, and I didn't think she'd ever want to do it again. And I understood it because she was in really bad shape.
It was super stressful the whole time.
I hit a miracle the very first Christmas with my son. he wanted an Xbox 360 so bad when they were.
Tell him to bang Gio's wife.
But they were out like everywhere. They were sold out. It was a week or 3 days before Christmas or something like that. And I'm literally calling Walmarts and I'm calling around. And I called one and I go, I know this is crazy. Do you know anyone? And this was kind of a Walmart up towards Homosassa. I go, do you know any Walmart that has any Xbox 360s? And the guy goes, I have 2 right here. And I go, you have them right there right now? And he goes, yeah. And I go, please hold it for me. I'm on my way. I just drove out there and got it.
Yeah.
I was like, that's unbelievable because
Yeah.
they were sold out everywhere.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Always go to the little ones.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The little off the side of the thing, whatever. That's how I got Joe the Rare Eagle.
There you go.
Yeah.
Called some weird liquor store. I was like, man, I have 10 of them. Come on. This is something I think, for some reason, Spanish, I think you're going to be interested in this.
Man.
But I think,
Can I jump in real quick?
sure, yeah.
You just reminded me of something. Mike Allstott had that signing on Saturday.
Yeah.
So I never know who wants me
With
to
the
relay.
liquor.
Yeah, with the liquor. I never know who wants me to say. I'm not gonna say who. One of the girls who listened to the show texted me and said her husband went at 7 a.m. and was 50th in line.
Wow.
At 7 a.m.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy. And they ended up having to shut it down, and half the people didn't get in. They said, look, it's going to be a line. Get there early.
And that's one of those things that, I always point out, and sometimes we take it for granted, that we know Mike Allstott. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so many people love him so much, and he's such a great player and all that different stuff. He liked one of my things on Instagram, and I said to my wife, I go, no big deal, Mike Allstott, like that, whatever. I go, one of the best Bucs of all time.
I feel the same way about Martine.
Yeah, Martin,
He's in here every week. We talk to him all the time and stuff. I was texting him over the weekend because I saw his son was kicking off against Alabama.
Son recovered a fumble.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, dude, that's great. And but then I think back to when he was on the team.
Sure.
And I couldn't even fathom that being like a thing.
2 great things that Allstott said in that interview last week. One, he said everybody's tasting it for flavors of hints of things. He goes, and all I taste is jet fuel. And he said something else that was hilarious. Oh, and I asked him about that song that mentions him in the song. He's like, yeah. He goes, I heard it. I just can't understand the words. He's so funny.
He's the best.
He's so funny.
So this is something, for some reason, Spanish, I think you're going to be excited about
All
this.
right.
And somebody who I haven't heard from for a while, Super Agent Tony Burton, he may be excited about this because I know he likes the
I thought somebody was dying.
certain beverage.
Yeah.
Slice is coming back.
Oh.
The Sprite competitor from the 90s. Were you a fan?
I was.
Is making comeback. I guess it's going to be out in stores and stuff because I know that he
Tony,
likes
the
the
Fresca fan?
Yeah, likes the
Yeah.
Fresca. I don't know how similar those two are.
Yeah.
I know
I'd
Fresca is
imagine.
more grapefruit.
Yeah.
Haven't had a
but-
slice in a long time.
Oh,
Yeah.
delicious.
And then this is something to look forward to. Peanut butter and jelly M&Ms are expected to launch soon. They have the peanut. No, you don't think so?
The last weird M&M, they had pretzel M&Ms. They had pretzels in the middle. Those
sounds
were
good.
Those were actually pretty good.
Yeah, that sounds.
I don't like their peanut butter. I'm so used
No?
to Reese's Pieces. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
I'm
Oh
a
my
Reese's
gosh.
Pieces fan,
Yeah.
so they're the M&M peanut butter they have. I don't like it.
Today you brought donuts.
Yeah, would you mind giving us the rundown today?
Some donuts left over from Friday from Universal, and I have Reese's Pieces. I have a Payday in there, and then water.
Those are leftover. Those are the voodoo ones.
Yeah.
In a different box.
Yeah, well, so I bought some other donuts.
Exactly. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you,
Yeah. Well, so
detective.
yeah. I bought some donuts on Sunday. Yeah.
How are you? Oh, you're.
But why would you buy more donuts when you had donuts already?
Because I didn't
Good
have
question,
any glazed
Carmen.
donuts.
Oh,
Because the glaze were
The
gone.
weird thing is that you look like you lost weight.
I
Your
have
head
not.
and neck look skinnier.
I have not lost weight. I have stayed pretty much 155, 150.
You should be about 175 by
Yeah.
now.
Well, I mean, like I said, I walk a lot. You know, because I don't really have anything else to do.
Where are you walking?
Brother Mark's area.
oh Jesus!
What is going
You
on?
live like in
It's
Temple
nice
Terrace?
after the
Does
shower.
he live by like a park or something?
Yeah. He's got a
Okay.
gorgeous backyard area. Yeah, has a lot of birds.
That's what I heard about Brother Mark. Gorgeous backyard. Now let me see that gorgeous
That's
backyard.
Lover Mark to you.
Yeah, I love her, Mark.
How's the front yard look?
Just as clean.
How's his deck?
It's very, very long.
Yeah. All right. Wood.
Yeah.
Something. All right. Today is National. I think this is going to bring you guys back to your Bucs Germany trip. National Wiener Schnitzel Day.
Yes.
Woo! Get some schnitzel.
Hell yeah.
Enjoy
We did
it.
not have any schnitzel, did? Oh yeah, I think we did. Yeah.
Remember the pre-party, the day of the game, we were at that car museum.
Yeah,
and they had the little mini ones. I ate
You're
about
right.
30
You're
of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that company that did that trip is the one that's doing UFC this week, and I hope it's half as good as it was in Germany.
They're always, I mean, they're like on point with everything.
Yeah, I found out that I've not seen the Sphere. I've not been to Vegas since the Sphere has been built. So, but I found out it's like almost attached to the hotel that I'm staying in. So that's
cool.
pretty cool. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I was worried about getting back and forth with traffic and all that stuff. So
Just take the walkway. By the way, did you see Dana White said he does not know how this is going to go?
Why?
Because it's very difficult.
Yeah.
Because the screen and the way it shows and stuff, and it's like more for a concert experience than it is for a fight. So this is I believe the first fight in there, right?
First fight in there, and he said the only
first UFC.
one.
No, but I'm saying like I don't think there's been any boxing or any other fight. So yeah, this is the first combat sport. UFC first one, this and that, and they have all this stuff that they're doing. He said he has like 20 different directors and all normally they have like I don't know what whether the numbers are right. They have like 3 trucks to handle all the video and do all the different stuff. And for this one, he has like 20 trucks out there.
Did you see the setup on Saturday when the UFC was on? They showed you the setup for the Sphere.
Oh, I don't think so.
So I was wondering. The thing is here. The screen is behind it, and then the seats are all over here.
Right.
I was wondering if they were going to put seats on the other side. It didn't look like they were doing that.
Right, and that's what we were talking about last week. Is it's going to be interesting with the screen behind the octagon because is that going to throw the fighters off? Is that going to be
distracting?
Double. You're seeing like you're filming into a mirror, and
do they make it look like there's people like digitally behind them?
Yeah,
like it doesn't. It's feeling like it's a whole arena.
I mean, I'm sure they figured all this stuff out. Advanced it and everything, and I'm sure it will probably look really cool. But
I'll let you know.
So we went to the Bourne stunt show after the broadcast on Saturday.
Yeah,
and that's I think that's the same type of technology that because they have.
Have you ever seen that?
No, I have not.
Super high def, massive big screen.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
Like I thought so the Terminator 3D was in there and you would go in there and they would do a movie that you'd watch that would be in 3D and then it would shoot a laser at you and someone would explode behind your head and it would just be lights and stuff.
Right.
This thing, Galvin, is amazing. They have this giant screen and they would bring a car up from the bottom of the stage, right? And it would be like a full-size car and the wheels would be spinning and the guys would be on it fighting. And because the screen is moving so fast, it looks like the car is driving at top speed.
Yeah.
It is so amazing how they do it. We walked out of there. We were like, that was great.
Yeah.
That was really good.
The screen is like super high def, so it looks real. It's really, and I got to imagine the same technology the Sphere uses, except 5 times the size.
In the first opening scene, it shows Jason Bourne street fighting for money. And it's Jason Bourne and another guy fighting on the stage. And then 2 or 3 other guys standing behind them, like rooting them on. But there's about 30 guys because half of them, or 20 of them, are all in the screen.
Yeah,
and you can't tell who the real people are.
So it looked like there was like 50 people on stage, and there was really only like 6 people.
It was crazy.
Yeah, it was really impressive.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, dude. And the stunts were amazing because they would fall through the stage. Like they'd open the stage and they'd fall right through. It was pretty massive. There was a couple of times I was like, I hope he's okay.
So we talked about it a little bit at the beginning of the show, but Tom Brady got mixed reviews from fans for his debut as an NFL broadcaster. But most people are giving him slack because it was his first day and getting used to it and stuff. So I'm sure
he's so handsome.
Get better as it goes along. By the way, did you see his video about Bill Belichick being on Instagram?
No.
Oh, it was funny. I think it was the beginning of the Fox broadcast, whatever. He's walking down the street and he goes, "It was fun, guys. We got to shut it down. Bill's here now."
Instaface.
It's over. It's over. This is some sad news. Baseball Hall of Famer Wade Boggs announced on Saturday that he is battling prostate cancer. Yeah, that stinks because he's such a nice guy. In a post on social media, the 66-year-old Boggs wrote that he is, quote, going to ring that damn bell with an accompanying photo of a prostate cancer patient guide. Boggs, get this, played 18 seasons with the Boston Red Sox, New York Yankees, and Tampa Bay Rays. The third baseman was a 12-time All-Star, 2-time Gold Glove winner, 5-time AL batting champion, 8-time Silver Slugger Award winner, and won a World Series in '96 with the Yankees. The Red Sox and the Rays both retired his number as he was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 2005.
And then rode a horse. Don't forget.
Rode a horse and ate a whole chicken and drank however many beers.
And is one of the premier hunters in the world. Super great guy, and we wish him the absolute best.
For sure.
So much that if I need to send Spanish over there to check his prostate once a day, you let us know. Spanish has got tiny little fingers. We'll check it out.
Speaking of donuts.
Yeah. Hey, what's up? I mean, I'll never forget the time he slapped me in the chest as hard as he could. That's a memory that'll live forever.
Did he really?
Oh, my God. Yeah. Yes. You don't remember?
Where?
At his Christmas party?
I don't even remember.
Oh, man. It was one of the most painful things that you ever talked me into doing.
I will tell you this, is that going to his Christmas party was one of the, and winning his bingo and getting 3 of his bats was one of the coolest things ever.
That's awesome. Scott Simon from Sha Na Na died. He co-wrote the ballad Sandy for Grease.
If it's not Bowser, we ain't missing you.
Yeah, we don't know who you are.
Nope.
We talked about this. It's funny because we talked about this the other day, and I thought for sure that Jelly Roll was going to be a lock for the halftime show.
Oh, yeah.
Kendrick Lamar will headline the Super Bowl 59 halftime show in February. He was also part of the hip-hop theme halftime show in 2022.
Kendrick Lamar is a great artist and a great performer, and I don't know.
Jelly Roll will be there.
Well, I don't know because his Kendrick Lamar's fans have been all over social media saying Lil Wayne should be doing
That's
it, not
the thing.
Kendrick
That's
Lamar.
what I said.
Yeah.
Who's to say that it won't be a Lil Wayne surprise?
I don't know.
You what I mean?
Did they always announce it this early? I thought this seemed
Seems really early, yeah.
Week 1.
Yeah. Well, there you go, Kendrick Lamar. How about
By the way,
this?
if you're wondering who the target audience of the NFL is, there you have it.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar's people. They don't, because they are going right after that crowd, because there's going to be a lot of old white people going, what is going on? And not that Kendrick Lamar is not great. I've seen him before. My wife loves him. My son loves him. But it's aimed at that young audience.
How about this? Selena Gomez is worth how much? How much do you think Selena Gomez is worth? She's obviously a singer. She started out in Disney, right? Wasn't she started out Disney? Yeah. She's on the Only Murders in the Building with...
She's got a big puffy head now.
Yeah.
She's got big puffy other things, too.
Yeah, she's been in movies.
What do you think she's worth, though? I mean...
200 million?
200 million. I mean, she's not like a superstar where she's the biggest thing in the world and stuff. 200 million, you say?
I'm going to say 25.
25 million?
I said 50.
50 million. Carmen, any guesses? Selena Gomez?
I know.
You know? All right. Joe doesn't know who she is, so don't worry about it. Nope. Selena Gomez is worth an estimated $1.3 billion.
Wow.
Most of that, not her acting, not her singing, none of that stuff comes from her Rare Beauty cosmetics line. At 30,
we're in the wrong business.
Yeah. Dude.
At 32, she is one of the youngest female billionaires in the country.
Isn't that how Kardashian, most of her money comes from makeup too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to
And
make makeup.
Rihanna.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Her
Rihanna.
Fenty line.
There's a lot of money in makeup.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is, dude.
Carmen, we could use you as the figurehead.
Wait.
You're like
Can we?
Lady Eloise. Yeah, we'll use
We'll
you
show
as the
you before and after and go, look, it works.
There you go.
Now, is this before or is this after?
Beetlejuice, don't say it again, made $110 million in its opening weekend.
Damn.
That is the second best September opening of all time and was obviously enough to make it number 1 at the box office.
We almost
Anybody see
went.
it? Oh, yeah.
Nah, we almost went, but so I let me tell you how this worked out. We had reservations to go to the new Fleming's on Friday. They had a new they expanded the restaurant. It looks fantastic. And I picked my daughter up from school, drove home from Orlando, picked my daughter up from school, took her to my dad's house so my dad could watch her while we went out to dinner, and got home and I looked at my wife and she looked at me and I go, just let me ask you this. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you want to go to dinner? And she looked at me and she went, 1. And I went, cool, because I'm at 0. We were so excited that we weren't leaving that. So I'm exhausted. I haven't been doing it. I've been driving all day and I'm just tired. So we didn't do anything. But we contemplated going to see Beetlejuice for a second. And I said, I will fall asleep without a doubt within the first 10 minutes of that movie, whether it's great or not. So we skipped it. But I've been seeing a lot more of Michael Keaton now since that movie came out. And it's good to have him back in the spotlight again because he's so goddamn funny.
Did you see at this point in his life he wants to change his name?
Yeah, I thought that was weird because his name is Michael Douglas.
He is actually Michael Douglas, but the Screen Actors Guild, you can't have the same name as somebody who's already in there. So he went with, is it Michael? Yeah, Michael Douglas. Yeah, so he wants to go by Michael Douglas Keaton.
Yeah. I wonder why.
Yeah.
Like, why now?
Yeah. I mean,
and where did he get Keaton from?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Maiden
know.
name, maybe?
Yeah, I was the same. Maybe his mother's maiden name or who knows, but
I don't know.
You're good. You
right?
did it. You made it.
You've come this far.
Yeah, you're fine. Liam Gallagher lashed out on Twitter at fans complaining about the price
Here we go, baby. Here we go.
availability of Oasis tickets. In a response to people complaining about the price, Liam tweeted, quote, "Oasis are back. You're welcome, and I hear their attitude stinks. Good to know some things never change." When someone accused the band of ripping off fans, he said, "Shut up." When someone else asked if they had any spare tickets, Liam put, quote, "Crap loads, but they're really expensive. 100,000 pounds, kneeling only." However, in a separate message, Liam expressed disappointment that some fans got left out, saying, quote, "I'm seriously gutted for people that can't get tickets. I can't even go there. It hurts my heart."
Oh, they're making so much money, and they've left so much money on the table over the years.
Yeah, because they could have easily done this 10 years ago and still made all the money. Starting this season, The Tonight Show will only air new episodes Monday through Thursday. Up until now, Jimmy Fallon was the only late night host still doing 5 nights a week. So he's going to be doing Monday through Thursday, taking Friday off.
Who is Jimmy Kimmel doing that too?
Kimmel and what's his name? Colbert. Both just do Monday through Thursday.
I have never, ever seen one episode of Colbert.
Seth Meyers.
Yeah, the clips. Everything I see is clips on YouTube. That's if I know a guest is on there, I'll see something funny. I'll go watch it on YouTube. But I can imagine watching.
So funny because I thought Seth Meyers was going to be really good because I like Seth Meyers and I liked him on Weekend Update and stuff and everything. He's not. And Stephen Colbert was so funny. The Colbert Report was hilarious. He was great on Strangers with Candy. He is such a sellout. On the top. He's such a kiss ass.
It was better when he was playing the character of Stephen Colbert.
Yeah.
He doesn't do it for me at all. No. I did like the Colbert Report. Yeah, that was very funny. I don't know.
I like Fallon. I think he's funny. I think
Fallon's creative and he's funny and he's a little hokey, but it is what it is. Nobody's watching the Tonight Show for groundbreaking stuff. I used to tape Letterman. I used to tape Letterman on VHS and watch it every night before we had digital recordings. And I'd watch Letterman. There's no late night show that. I mean, if I hear about it, I go, "Oh, If Pearl Jam was on, I'd probably check the next day digital."
Right. But also Letterman came in, obviously Carson was our parents' guy and stuff. Letterman came in, he was younger, he was cooler, changed the way they do it. He would do all the dumb, funny stuff. Yeah. It was just
I loved Carson too. I watched Carson a lot.
But he was definitely your parents. Yeah. Letterman was like our guy coming in. Yeah, it was great.
With the sneakers.
I think that being like pre-internet, I think there's no. Like it's hard for those late night guys, to compete with the internet now. Yeah.
Finally, in news, I don't know if you want to take a break and come back to this.
What is it?
We do have the bone bonus coming up. A website came up with a list of the 114 popular text message abbreviations.
Okay, good, because let's see if Joe knows any of them.
And then look through Google search data to see which ones people were asking Google to define. So they'd see something and they'd be like, "What is this?"
Oh, I had to look up one. yesterday. All right, we'll do that when we come back from break. Also, this guy's got a new TV show that he's in love with. I can't wait to tell you about it. I can't wait to tell you about it. And then,
is it new to you or new for everybody?
New to me, but 2 seasons, so it's not that old.
Okay.
All right, so I'll tell you about that. We got the bone bonus coming up
right now.
When?
Here we go, Bone Fam. The Bone Bonus. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine. Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This hour's Bone Bonus keyword is...
Sing! This hour's keyword is sing. Head over to the 1025 The Bone app now and enter sing. S-I-N-G. before 30 minutes past the top of the hour, and that $1,000 bone bonus could be yours.
All right, good luck. We'll take a break. We come back. We'll hit Galvin's list. I'll tell you about the show that I love that you are missing out on. And boy, do I wish that we can somehow incorporate that into this show. I'll tell you about that next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Galvin.
Yes.
Do you know what Strava is?
Yeah, I do. That's for runners or athletes, whatever, to track your progress and do all the different stuff. And they have a whole community chat and everything.
They're saying now that that's the new Tinder.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. People hooking up.
People hooking up from Strava.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you're finding somebody who's interested in the same stuff that you are.
Well, it said hobby. And I was like, oh, let me look at it and see what's on there. Maybe I can meet a nice nerdy girl that wants to teach me how to play chess or something. And I went on there, and it was all about running.
Yeah. Yeah. So I use Strava. I used the free one for a while, but they are definitely want you to, pay for it, and they want you to be part of the community and do that stuff. And I don't want to be part of anyone's community. I really don't. It's so funny because running is a very kind of community thing where people love to get together and, run together and do this stuff. And I'm not. I like to run by myself, and I just like to do my own thing.
I don't know. Do a lot of people run and talk to each other?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
But also just kind of being out there with somebody else. A lot of times people need that for pushing themselves. If your friend can go, then you got to keep up with them and do that stuff.
I can't imagine running and talking just because I'd be out of breath.
Yeah.
Well, and that's a certain pace. You want to have certain paces, whatever, depending on what you're training for. If you're just out there and you're hamming and egging it and doing it, but you want to be able to run where you can have a conversation. That's a good slower pace.
Yeah.
Where if you're training for something and you're running at a quicker pace, you're going to be like, and then we went.
Right, that'd be me.
I had a guy.
That'd be me running, I think.
I had a guy
walking through university.
And I'm probably blowing this up right now because he goes, "Hey, dude, what if we both trained for an ultra marathon and didn't tell anyone?" And I'm like, "I'm in. What do we want to do?" And so he was like, "All right, well, let's do this."
Who's telling you this?
Some guy on Instagram, he direct messaged me, and he goes, "There's a 60 mile or 60K." This or that, whatever, and he goes, "I'll sign us up right now." And I go, "Oh, hold on,
slow it up, buddy.
Hold on." I go,
"It's fun in theory."
Yeah, let's talk about it and stuff. And I don't think my first ultra I wanted to do 60K. But
Oh Jesus!
We'll see.
Did you see the Tostitos commercial with Tom Brady?
No, I missed that. You texted me. I didn't know what you were talking about.
Jobbing him out. They're gronking him out, man. Making him look stupid, like he's dumb.
That's the worst.
Yeah, don't do that.
I mean, that's every Gronk commercial.
Yeah, but they're doing that to Brady.
Oh,
it was Brady.
Brady.
Yeah,
Sorry.
they're Gronking Brady out.
Gotcha.
Gronk's made a
He's
character. Yeah, he made a character about me, dumb Gronk, smash football in end zone, sell your product. That's what he's become. Meanwhile, his Green Lane place opened over there, and it's going so good they can't get they keep putting them in the drive-thru, and they keep getting a mile-long line to go through there.
Yeah.
I don't want a selfie with Gronk while he's in the drive-thru window. No. That's not nearly as cool as being with him.
No, not at all.
I got a picture. I have a picture of me and Gronk, a picture of me and Brady, and a picture of me and Evans.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think I'm set for a while. And I'll get one eventually with Baker, which I think will be pretty cool. I got a nice little wall dedicated to Buccaneer stuff.
Baker and I have hung out many times, so
I have not met the Bake yet.
No.
Can you believe that?
He's great.
You guys are
Maybe
basically
Gio can hook that up.
Yeah, if you want to come with me next time.
I don't like the way that sounds.
So this is a website came up with a list of 114 popular text message abbreviations, and then look through Google search data to see which ones people are asking Google, what the hell does this mean? You know what I mean?
So you got BRB.
Be
It's
right
like Be Right Back. You know that one.
Sure.
The one I use all the time, WTF.
Yeah.
OMG.
FFS
What's that?
for sake.
Oh, I never heard that.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I just use FF whenever I'm talking to my wife. That's my little pet name for her.
All right.
No big deal.
I just got it.
But so these are the most Googled ones. I have the top 20. So if you want to throw some out, or I can give some to Joe and see if Joe can figure these out.
Yeah, let's see if Joe can figure them out.
Joe, if you're texting with somebody and they text to you FWIW, what does that mean?
FWIW.
Mm-hmm.
I have absolutely no idea.
Try to figure it out,
F.
Joe.
All right.
I always assume F means F.
In this case, it does not.
Okay.
By the way, I guarantee that my daughters know all of these.
Oh, sure.
And my kids know all of these.
They probably came up with 8 of them. You know,
I bet you my daughter doesn't.
She's not at that age yet.
No.
Yeah.
She knows some of them, but I don't think she knows the
FWIW.
Forget
It's a simple phrase.
Forget what I wanted.
No.
Where, is it having to do with someone's location, like where you are?
Nope. It is for what it's worth.
Oh.
Yeah. It seems so simple once you do the thing, whatever. Of course, everybody knows YOLO. I don't know who's Googling that if you need to. DM. You should know that.
Joe, DM?
Yes, direct message.
Right?
Yep.
What about TTYL?
Talk to you later.
There you go.
Yeah.
Very nice. TBH.
To be honest.
You don't know a lot of these. IG.
I guess.
Instagram.
That's what I thought it was.
What about Carmen? I think you might know this one. OOTD.
OOTD.
Mm-hmm.
Not STD.
It's what I said when Mike Evans scored the touchdown. I go, OOTD. No, what is OOTD?
Uh-oh.
No, that would be you. Oh.
Yep.
I thought of you because it is actually outfit of the day.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I thought
Outfit
it was
of the day.
one of the dudes.
Why is it
Outfit of.
One of the dudes is pretty good.
Right?
NGL.
Not gonna lie.
AFK.
As far as I know. No.
AFK. I don't know. This one's not really great. Yeah. Away from the keyboard. Or away from keyboard. Yeah. LMAO, we all know. HMU, Joe?
HMU.
Mm-hmm.
I know this one.
I know this one.
You should know this one. Joe may not know this one.
I do not know this one. Homemade something.
No. Hit me up.
Hit me up.
Hit me up.
Okay.
IIRC.
Can we all guess, or are we waiting for Joe? Okay.
Well, Joe?
No, I got no idea. IIRC.
IIRC. Initially, nope, that doesn't make sense. Really care?
IIRC.
I have not heard this one, but doesn't mean it's not out there or whatever. Also, I don't know.
If I really care.
That's what I was going to say.
No, but you're close on the. So if I is how it starts out.
If I rather.
RC. If I RC.
If I really could.
If I recall correctly.
Okay.
IMO. Joe, you know that, right?
In my opinion.
Yes. OFC.
I don't know this one.
Out of office. No.
This one's different because it's actually only 2 words, but they're using 3 letters. And the first 2 letters are the first word. OFC.
Of course.
Of course. If you know, you know. We know that one. TLDR.
Too long, didn't read.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
I'm gonna start using that one.
You've never used that?
No.
Oh, dude, I've used that.
I just assume. Everybody assume I'm not reading it.
I just hit delete.
Do you?
So
yeah. That's a good one for when you want it. It's like that's a solid burn for somebody that's going crazy. You just go TLDR, dude.
When somebody sends me an email and says, "Let me start by saying I know this is long," I go, "Boop." There's nothing that follows. This is going to be good.
I can't believe this is number 4 on the list of Google trends of people trying to figure out what these acronyms mean for the different things. FOMO.
Oh,
how do you not know FOMO?
What is FOMO, Joe?
Fear of missing out.
Yes. Number 3.
Homo.
NSFW. One of my favorites.
Yeah.
Joe?
NSFW. Not safe for work.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. This one, I mean, you shouldn't even have to text to know this. POV.
Oh, come on. That's my favorite search and point of.
Point of view.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 1. This is number 1. Website came up with the popular text message abbreviations and then Google search data. Which ones people are still asking Google to find. Number 1, SMH. And I tell you right now, I'm SMHing.
Yeah.
Shaking my head.
Yeah.
Average U.S. monthly searches, 231,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
I see
remember
that the most.
The first time I ever text was instant message my dad. on America Online. I said LOL, and he goes, "What does that mean?" I'll never forget that. I was when I lived in Florida. I hit him up with an LOL, and he goes, "What does LOL mean?"
One of the funniest ones was the girl who had to tell her mom, somebody died, whatever, on Facebook. She kept on putting LOL underneath the different people at the time. And she goes, "Why are you laughing at these people?" And she goes, "That means lots of love, doesn't it?"
Remember ASL on the old American Airlines charter?
For sure. Yeah. That's how Pete met most of our girlfriends in the back in the day.
The only one that ever really got me was ROFL. The first time somebody said that to me, I was like, I don't know what raffling is. I have no idea what that means.
You found out the hard way.
Yeah.
You got raffled.
Yeah, Lover Mark raffled me.
Oh, boy.
What?
Speaking of my dad, you want to hear something funny?
Sure.
So Saturday, I have my family and my wife's family at my house for my son's birthday. And it was Saturday afternoon, and my dad's wife comes over to me and she goes, "Michael, your father needs your help in the bathroom." And I looked at her and I go, "He needs my help?" And she goes, "Yeah." And I go, "Okay." And he said, go in there quietly. And I said, "All right." So I get up and as I'm walking, I go, this is the test of a son, where I'm going to have to deal with, I couldn't control my bowels, or there's blood in my stool, or I've fallen and I can't get up and I can't figure out what it is. And I'm like, why couldn't she help him? Why do I have to do it? Like, why did he ask for me? So I get there. He's going to kill me for saying this. I open the door, and my father's standing there in his underwear, and he goes, "Michael, your toilet is broke." And I go, "Why?" And I look down, there's water on the floor, and he goes, "Water started spraying up out of the toilet."
Hilarious.
I have a bidet toilet seat on the thing, and he didn't know, and I go, no, I go, "It's not broke, it's a bidet thing, the controls are on the side." And he goes, "Oh, my ass is too big. I must have set it off with my leg." And he got it. I said, "So what happened? Is the toilet clogged?" He goes, "No, my shorts are soaked." So I had to go get him a pair of shorts. And I go, "Is everything all right? Do you need anything?" He goes, "No." He goes, "I'm just wet." He goes, "I just got soaked." That's funny. So I've never. God. I mean, we talk about it all the time. I just assume everybody knows.
Your drinking fountain tastes terrible.
So yeah, he had wet saggy pants. That's funny. Yeah. All right. We got. I want to talk to you about the TV shows.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But we're running up against the clock. Let me take a break, and we come back, and I'll tell you about this. Listen, I watch a lot of shows. I like couple of things. I'll get into it for a couple of days, and I watched the second season, and the second season was so good. I went and sought out the first season and watched the whole first season. So I'll tell you about this, and we can figure out how we can incorporate that into the show as well. We'll tell you next on 102.5 The Bone. So my wife and I, when we decided to not go out to eat on Friday because we were too sleepy, and that I would not last at Beetlejuice because I would fall asleep for sure in the seats, we decided to try and find something to watch at home. And we went to, I never watch Netflix. If I do, I watch it for Seinfeld only, and I don't really mess around because I got other places to get movies and stuff. So we went to Netflix, and there is a show on there called Outlast. Has anyone seen or heard of Outlast?
I have not. I have heard of it, but I have not watched it.
Let me just tell you something. It is fan-friggin-tastic.
Yeah.
Outlast is a show where they take a bunch of contestants, they bring them out to the Alaskan woodlands, and they have to survive out there. They have to out-survive the other people for a prize of $1 million.
I have seen this show.
But the rule is you have to survive and you have to be on a team. So they break it up initially into 4 teams, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, and Delta, and they each have 4 people on a team. And then from there, the object is they have very limited supplies, and they have to learn how to live in the wilderness. It's 30 or so degrees there. It's snowy. It's raining. It's miserable. And they put them in the woods, and each one goes and they build their shelter with a couple of tarps that they've been given, and then sticks and stuff that they cut down. and then they have to start a fire with flint and steel because they get like a package when they initially get there. Each group gets their own box.
Okay.
And in that box is one hatchet, one knife, flint and steel, some tarps, and that's basically it. I think maybe a sleeping bag or two sleeping bags, whatever it is. But in each group goes. So some of these groups went and built luxurious lean-tos. Like they went in there and they were like, all right, we got a mountain here. We could do sticks off of here, and then we could do this. And then some of these, and then the best is when you're, I'm jumping ahead. When you get there, they have a box, and the box is open up, and there's 4 hatchets in there. And these people walk over and they pick up a hatchet. Well, whoever picked up the hatchet, they become the team leader. Okay?
All right.
And now they have to pick who they want on their team. They don't know anything about any of the people. So if I had to look around this room and pick one of you guys to be on my team, who would I pick?
Me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tall, can look like you could do some work. You can handle some stuff. Now, you two squirrely bitches, though, you might also be good.
Yeah.
Because
we have a
forage.
Yeah, foragers.
We're very sneaky.
Gio, you would just be average guy. I don't know but I don't know what you could do. Also,
if I'm average guy, what are you?
No.
How do you get to be the leader?
I'll tell you why I'm above you. I'll tell you why I'm above you. Beard. My beard makes me look like I'm out. Yeah,
That's true.
A little bit.
But I'm just saying, if I had to look at everybody and look, I'd go, beard. Carmen got more of a beard than you do. I'd pick Carmen first.
Yeah.
True.
Wow.
But seriously, what they do is they look at the people and they try to sum up, and they're like, all right, you. And then when they pick them, they tell you what they do.
Yeah.
So they point at a guy and it's like hunter and trapper.
Right.
They point another data analyst, truck driver, woodsman. Oh, dude, it was so great because you have no idea. And you're trying to, so they had one guy. So on season 1, they had one guy, tall, skinny, older guy, probably in his early 60s, in shape, wearing a one-piece onesie with no sleeves on. Like, you're like, that's my guy. Was the worst guy at all. Yeah. So you don't really know. You're picking him from sight.
Do we vote him off the island at some point?
So this is what happens. You break up into 4 groups, right? You start going. You have no food either. You have to go get your own food. And if you don't find food, you're starving. So these people, they walk down to the water and they're finding mussels and clams, and they're like this big, but they're getting as many as they can, and they're eating that stuff just to have some sort of protein in them. Then eventually they try to hunt and they try to do this, and that's where it gets tricky. So some of these people, let's just say out of the 16 in the first week, 2 people are like, I'm done. I'm too cold. I'm too hungry. The way they go off the island is they have to shoot a flare in the sky. When they shoot a flare, then they come by boat, they pick them up, and they take them out of there. And now the other teams, though, they're not all together. The teams are scattered around. So when they're getting ready and all of a sudden they hear poof, and a flare goes off, they're like, all right, one more down. So the only rule is you have to be on a team. So now one team is down to 3 because somebody flared out. Then a girl got sick from the same group. She didn't eat for so long, and then when she ate, her stomach rejected it. She was throwing up. She had something, so they can request a medical evaluation. The medical evaluation, they came and looked at her. She was no good. They took her. I'm by the way, I'm combining 2 seasons when I talk, so I'm not ruining for anybody.
Well, I remember that episode because
but I don't want to spoil anything.
Okay, well, because I learned that from the Bear Grylls show that we watched, where you can choose what he does.
Yeah,
she ate some of the mussels, and it gave her like dysentery or something.
It blocked her. She hadn't pooped.
Yeah,
she hadn't pooped in like two weeks.
Yeah, and she got like really, 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 really sick, and she was like the motivator of that little group.
All right, well, don't give her away.
Sorry.
So she goes away. Now that group's down to 2 people. So then you have to decide: do we try to steal one of their players and invite them over to our team? If you do, now you have 5 people on your team, and you got to split that money a 5th way. But that already eliminates one team because you got to be on the team. So if one person's left,
interesting.
And then that person goes to the other camps and says, "Hey, I can hunt. Can you take me?" And they'll go, "All right, we'll take you in," or they'll go, "Sorry, we're a foursome," And that goes on and on and on until it whittles down to 2 teams. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm starting with season 2, and I only watched 6 episodes. The next 6 drop Wednesday night. but I went back to watch season 1 and watched the whole season. It is fantastic.
Without jumping ahead or anything, I have a question because I'm looking at the website and it has the picture and it has some different clips. Did they get rewarded with extra tools for certain things?
Yes. So a couple of times during the season, they will drop tools. So
because I see a woman with a bow and arrow.
Well, they initially give them the bow and arrow. They give
that's
them
part of the
it's
thing?
part of the
Okay.
package.
All right.
Yeah, and they try so hard to find a deer because there's so much evidence of deer. And I will tell you this: they do find several bears. Yeah, there's bears out there. It really like I watched it. I watched 2 seasons of it. There is a lot of creative editing in there to make it go well. But the first season is way more intense than the second season. The second season has been really good, but the first season, there's a lunatic girl on there that I kept on Amanda. I go, I hope a bear eats her. I hope a bear eats her in the middle of the night. But it's so good. So then my sister comes over and I go, have you watched the show Outlast on Netflix? And she goes, yeah. I go, don't tell me everything about it. I don't want to tell you. She goes, well, I go, don't tell me anything about it. She goes, I want to tell you one thing. I go, what? And she's like, there's a guy on there, Nick. And I go, yeah. She goes, he was my English teacher. And he's a wrestling coach over at our high school. Yeah, he was right here. Yeah.
So it says Outlast, the competition series. In the extreme Alaskan wild, 6 survivalists compete for a chance to win a massive cash prize. But these lone wolves must be part of a team to win.
Yeah, so they can't, like, if you don't like there's one season it's down to 2 guys in the tent, and if those 2 guys don't like each other, the one could just run to another team and be like, "We take me," and then that would eliminate that guy.
Right,
and they go, "Okay, we get rid of the whole team, and we can go get all your supplies."
Yeah,
dude, it's so interesting to watch because they start off with nothing. They have these tarps. And they're making like half-assed tents. But then there's some of them that come out with these crazy teepee-looking things that they're able to make. And they actually have some skills, so they know how to survive in the woods. But for the most part, it's just people like, one woman was a data analyst. The other one was a private detective. They don't really have the wilderness skills necessarily.
Right.
Some of them grew up fishing and hunting and all that, but it just shows you how hard. Now, I know how hard it is to be out in the wilderness, but then add Alaskan weather to it on top of that, and 60% of it's rain. Oh, it looks miserable.
Does Jeff Probst show up at any point? The tribe has spoken.
It's like a much cooler Survivor.
Seems like Survivor in the cold,
right? But like Survivor, they just like put you on the island, and they were like,
well, I know for a long time they would say, why don't you ever do Survivor in cold climate? And they said because the production's too difficult. Well, that's why they always did it on the islands.
Can I tell you how they did this one? They put in each of the camps, they put GoPro cameras in there so that they have inside their little huts.
Yeah.
And then they have cameras on the trees outside, and then there's always a camera crew following them around. So one guy's like, I'm gonna grab my the bow and arrow and see if I can go do some hunting. And he goes out and I can't figure out what's. Oh, Ian's got a headband on. Yeah. I thought you had hair in the front and bald in the back. What did he do?
Reverse fire tuck.
Yeah.
Or no, fire tuck.
So the camera crew will have to go hunting with the guy.
Right.
So he's out there by himself, but he's really with the camera crew. But and my wife's like, well, the crew's there. I go, what is the camera crew going to do if a bear comes?
Yeah.
What are they going to do?
I bet they have like spray and guns and stuff.
They all
like
have
that.
bear spray. They give them bear spray as part of the kit because they're out there.
But that doesn't do anything.
Yeah, but I would imagine, like Carmen's saying, that the camera people are probably also people that know how to shoot a gun. They have a rifle on their back.
I would imagine.
So. High caliber.
They'll intervene if it gets crazy.
Right, yeah.
But I'll tell you what, man, I've never been more like roped into a reality show.
I'll check it out for sure, yeah, because I like to watch like Naked and Afraid was good. Some of the different ones, and plus the infighting and everything.
There's so much infighting and there's so much dirty doubling down and dirty crossing and all that stuff that you're just like, holy cow. And there's a lot of situations where you go, what would I do? What would I do? Would I go in that water? Would I go over there and would I eat that? Would I do this?
I would either win or be off immediately. Those are my two things because of my personality. Did you get that? No, because you're an idiot. That's why.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And then I'd be off the team. And
well, it's interesting because each team has the alpha male who kind of rises up, which pisses off a lot of the females. And then, but also I think that somebody in any group scenario like that needs to be a leader.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily have to be the guy that knows everything, but there should be one guy kind of calling the shots.
But also, if the leader has bad ideas or is making dumb decisions, then you're like, ugh.
But dude, in season 2, I'm still in the middle of it because they don't drop the rest of the episodes till Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
But season 1 is so you're so filled with emotion. You're angry, then you're surprised, then you're double surprised, then you're angry again, and then you don't know who you like and who you don't like, and I haven't been this excited about a TV show in a long time.
Do they try to like sabotage each other too to get people out?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they try to sabotage, and then I don't want to give anything away.
Yeah.
But they there's nothing in it that's fake. Like it's not like you're watching it and I don't want to give anything away, so it's hard to explain. But yes, they do try to sabotage each other.
I'm still upset that you would not want me on the team.
Didn't say I would want you. Just your lack of facial hair makes me believe that you have any outdoor woodsy experience.
You're the first one we eat.
Gio's more of a liability, I think.
Filled with burgers, Carmen.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's one of the things to take into consideration, though. A couple of these people that they pick on the team are arborists or some people that have something to do with plants and stuff. So you might be a plant. You might be a plant guy, Gio.
Yeah. I can be plant guy.
Yeah, but you're not though.
I'm sure you can tell I have a lot of experience with vegetables.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like the one guy that they picked on the new season, the guy is a hunter trapper. I mean, how do you not? Yes.
But I will point this out. Out of all of us, Gio does go camping the most.
Yeah, but he just sits around and drinks.
But again, he goes. But he goes to the wilderness more than anybody else.
He goes to a gravel lot and he sits in an RV.
Carmen, I guarantee I'm out in the woods more than anyone.
The trails don't count.
Carmen, I know how to poop on a trail. I carry a knife. I talk.
You're a block away from a main road at all times on those trails.
Hold on, please. We're going over something very important.
Okay.
You've pooped on the trail?
Sometimes you have to.
Yeah.
What do you wipe with?
I have wet wipes with me.
Nice.
I'm prepared.
No, I was in the McDonald's.
I have a belt that has. I got like a Batman utility belt.
I was
$1,000 to anybody who can catch a picture of Galvin pooping on the trail.
It's not daily. It's happened, I think,
Very
once.
rare.
I was in the McDonald's drive-through and I could see the Pinellas Trail, so I'm not impressed.
I don't go on the Pinellas Trail.
Wait a second. Do you lean against a tree? How do you do it? What's your position?
Oh, you just go because it's emergency.
But I mean,
most of the time, I'm fine, whatever. No, but I got to be honest with you. You want it honest? Nobody around. Shorts completely off. You don't want to make
Yeah.
And then you just do squat and go and zip it a doodah.
Where do you like? Do you go off the trail and do it?
Oh yeah.
No, you do it right in the middle.
I just imagine I'll be jogging.
Yeah.
It looks like human poop.
No, you try and find a little where you can go kind of.
You're not worried about spiders?
Like behind a tree.
Yeah, I mean, listen, emergency. Where is your priority? You want to poop your pants or you want a spider crawl?
You're right. Now, if you want a little of a bit of a lighter viewing of a show that's pretty much the same, it's this show called Snowflake Mountain where they take spoiled rich kids and make them do the same thing.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Isn't that the one where they're all like kids of celebrities or something?
Most of them are kids of celebrities. It's very funny to watch.
Yeah, well, Galvin has a history of pooping in public in other countries too.
I do. Yeah.
Shorts totally off.
Yeah,
You don't want to squat and poop in your own shorts.
I guess, but if somebody comes up on you, then what?
If somebody comes up and I have my shorts around my ankles, what are they going to go? Oh, at least he has his shorts around his ankles.
I guess if you've gone that far,
right,
it makes sense.
Yeah.
So anyway, you got to watch the show, and I was trying to think of how we can incorporate this into this show.
Yeah,
you already kicked me off the team. No, jump.
We didn't invite you on the team.
Yeah,
you didn't make
1,
it.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If we did all of us and Ian and Martine, and we did 2 people per team, like if we just pulled out of a hat, me.
I don't think you'd survive overnight outside of a house.
Challenge accepted. Challenge accepted, Gio.
Like you won't make it 24 hours.
Challenge accepted.
You're gonna be like, can you get some firewood? And he's gonna fall on his back porch.
No air condition, no cell phone, no. I mean, you
can't stay in the Sprinter either.
Yeah.
Look, we should go out into the woods.
Oh, I would totally. I would outlast you 100%.
Yeah, but the problem is that I think we could all last a weekend.
No way.
100%.
Mike, you couldn't last a night without your phone.
I didn't say I wasn't going to have my phone.
Yes.
You can't have your phone. That's the whole
I'm
point. Yeah, exactly.
You complain about almond milk.
You're not even. I think an afternoon. You're done. You're first flare in the sky.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely not first flare.
100%. Totally.
Martine's first flare.
No.
Martine is a delicate flower.
No. Martine's a pro athlete.
Yeah, he is a kicker.
He's a pro athlete.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. Martine flares first, then Joe.
Oh,
No.
no way.
Yes, because he's looking at the flare gun and it goes off.
Right in his face.
Hours.
Can I tell you, I think that the ones to beat are Galvin and Carmen.
Yeah.
And no, Ian says no.
Oh, we have to do this now.
Yeah.
We have to do
But
this.
here's the deal, though. The problem is that we'd only have a weekend to do it because we can't be missing shows to do
Right.
it.
Can I point out that me and Carmen are the team to beat in everything?
Yes.
Cooking,
Always.
kickball, being out in the wood, like everything. Beer growing.
Any sport.
Not math.
Math. I win every math competition.
No, you don't.
Every Sporcle
Yes, you
that we do with the math, I win.
Yeah.
I don't.
And you tried to make a rule that I couldn't use them anymore.
I don't like it.
I'll
Yeah,
concede the math on my part.
Yeah. I'm going to be mathing out in the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait. What?
I'll be looking at trees going, do-do-do-do-do, calculating stuff. And Carmen's going to be over there like a beaver biting through it.
Yeah.
So, Galvin, we each pick a name. And like we pick a name, and that's who your partner is. Oh, okay. You pick Joe.
If I pick Joe,
Yeah. You pick Joe. What happens?
All right.
I shoot the flare at Joe and then myself.
He's
right.
chucking clouds in the woods.
Yeah, baby.
You get Joe, and you guys are out there now. You have to survive. But see, the thing is that the thing that they have going is that it's so cold.
Yeah.
You know,
But it'll be super hot.
We
I
Yeah,
wait till
we
it's
have hot.
cold.
feel like if me and Gio teamed up, we would be unstoppable.
Yeah.
I really believe that.
You know how many bears are going to come after your donuts and your Reese's
I mean,
Pieces?
I won't have donuts or Reese's.
yeah, but you
Pieces.
probably fart sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds delightful.
Gio smells like a burger. You smell like a donut. You guys are getting found very fast by the bears.
Ask Brother Mark if he's fart sugar.
He'd tell you yes. He would tell you yes.
I stayed 2 nights in a hotel with Joe, and I could want to kill myself. So I know that I would not be able to survive with Joe.
Joe, I feel like you and I would do great together.
I know we would,
He
Michael.
blocked
I'm a
your
great
bathroom door.
No, I didn't.
In the hotel. You couldn't even get in the bathroom.
Joe,
I was drunk. That was an accident.
you and I would be good together because
So
I would snuggle you at night for warmth. And
That-
would
I
not
was going
feel
to say,
good.
let's not pick names. Joe and Mike automatically on a team.
There you go.
Yeah.
There
By
you
the
go.
way, Joe cuts his hand within 5 minutes and bleeds out. And it's done.
Listen, I used to go camping every single year.
In the 1800s when you were 7?
No, back in the 90s, up in the 2000s, we'd go to Gainesville every year, same spot, and I'm a great camper. I can chop wood, I can make fire. I know what I'm doing.
I mean, Mike was a Boy Scout.
Yeah.
Damn right it was. Tenderfoot.
Till he was like 15.
There's no whiskey and no phone.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
You
there's
two
definitely
are not.
whiskey. Who said there's no whiskey?
There's no whiskey.
camping?
In the game.
There's always-
But in the game.
It's the game. In the game that we're playing, there's no whiskey
No
and no phone. You two are out within 2 hours.
Well, listen, you can have my phone if I can have whiskey.
You can't have whiskey.
Yeah. No air condition.
Yeah. Yeah. They don't even make it to the campsite.
Covered in mosquitoes.
Yeah.
You know what, you guys? I just here's the reason why we can't really do this.
Because you can't survive.
Yeah.
Because you're bad at math.
Listen here, you little cackling hen. The problem is that there's no longevity to it, and there's no challenge to it. Like you're just basically sitting there for the weekend. So I guarantee you, at least 3 of us do it.
Okay, but what about so how about this? What if we did it like almost like kind of like a camping like obstacle course type of thing? Like you had to go through, you had to build a fire with no matches or something. You know what I mean? Like we did a little
Challenges you have to do.
challenge. Yeah.
You have
And
to-
so
Everything you do, you
check
get a point.
You gotta get
but
badges.
also, the whole weekend without food.
Yeah.
Yeah, forage.
That's what I'm saying. So if you don't get any food, how long are you lasting?
I'm used to eating mushrooms out of the forest, so I'll be fine.
This guy could stand to lose a few pounds.
I'm 100% in.
Yeah, I'm in.
In.
And
In.
Yeah.
This is never happening, by the way.
Yeah.
Why? Where would we do it?
In the woods?
But like, what wood?
We go right back here.
No, in here?
Yeah.
No, they're not going to let you camp in here.
No. The Outback gate there. Right down there. Right down that road.
Oh, I don't think you could set fires in there and stuff. Why don't we go where Dom has his property?
Yeah. It'd be way easier out there.
Yeah, it's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Sure.
And there's actually a trailer on the site, so somebody could actually live there to make sure that we're not going to die.
Yeah.
And then if you lose, you go to the trailer.
Yeah.
And you have to stay there for the rest of the weekend in the trailer.
And like Buds, you have to ring the bell when you're out.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm in.
Because each team gets a walkie-talkie and you can communicate with home base.
No.
Well, if you need something,
You
lose point. Well, if you want to make it longevity, you could have it to where you lose points every time you contact home base for something.
Yeah, like what happens if when Joe breaks his leg? Are you going to carry him? Or are you going to leave him?
You know what I mean?
You
So,
leave him behind, like the Revenant.
Like, let's say the first night we're there, it's you have to build a fire on your own, right? And if you let's say one of the teams can't build a fire, you can call home base to assist you, but you automatically are docked points.
So you start every team starts with 100 points.
But also you could just go, all right, you have until this time to build a fire, and if you don't build a fire, you're done.
No
you're
points,
out.
yeah.
You
get eliminated.
Yeah.
That's why we should just do the challenge instead of, you know what I mean? Like if you can't complete a challenge, then you get eliminated.
I'm in, dude.
Yeah.
I'm in. But here's the thing. We have to figure out what we get to take with us.
Yeah.
You know,
What do they get to take with them?
They got like two big tarps, and there was a knife and a hatchet, and there was some twine in there, and then there was some there was some paracord in there, and then I don't know. I'm sure we could look it up and find out.
They had a CPAP machine.
How do I sleep without the CPAP machine?
A whiskey bottle, a cell phone, fully charged with Pokemon Go on it.
I gotta bring my CPAP machine.
Good luck.
What if I die in the middle of the night?
You know what I'm doing in the middle of the night? Cutting your cord.
Are you going to be a saboteur?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
You better believe it. His whiskey bottle, rock.
Oh no.
Yeah. This guy's candy, ants.
Gio, who would you pick for a partner?
Out of this, everyone in the room?
Yeah.
I'd pick Ian.
Yeah. He got a beard.
Yeah.
Ian's got a beard and camo shorts on. I would pick him in a second.
We'll just go to other campsites and take their stuff.
That happens in Outlast.
Ian's very intimidating.
Yeah. Well, don't come to my campsite because I might have a gun buried. No, because you can't bring any weapons. Well, we can bring in bow and arrows?
No.
Well, they did now.
You gotta have something to be able to.
What about bear spray?
So what about like fishing rod or something?
There's no water over there to go fishing.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just saying the land, but the land does have animals.
We get a bag of dry rice, so you got to build the fire to cook the rice.
We really need to think about this. I would like to do this.
I'm in.
Oh, we need to put up some sort of prize too.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
This is definitely happening.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I'm totally in because I know this is never going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen either because I can't figure out all the details.
We couldn't get a sponsor, and then it's got a good prize.
How about we try this? How about we all just go camping for a weekend?
I'm in for that
and see how that goes, and then we'll see if we can go on a challenge.
I can go camping with no problem.
When Joe gets drunk and falls in the fire.
Yeah.
That's happened before.
Carmen, I'm the only one in this show that has camping equipment.
Not true. Gio has a camper.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Camping equipment.
Yes. What do you think is in his camper?
I have tents.
I have a tent.
You
Yeah.
have a tent?
Yeah.
All right.
Spanish has a hammock.
I got 2 hammocks.
I have a tent and a teepee.
Yeah.
You have a teepee?
Yeah. Well, it's a beach teepee tent.
Why do you have camping equipment?
I camp.
You've never camped.
No, he still thinks he camped whenever he lied to Robert Kelly. And I was feeding him information on what the best different tents were and stuff.
Listen to me. I have tents.
In his mind, he thinks he actually has them.
I have a propane stove. Oh. I have a hatchet. I have all the necessities I have plenty of rope. I have tarps.
I have rope to hang myself.
I have all the things I need to outlast.
I'm in. Challenge accepted.
All right.
I'm in.
Who's going to work on this? Who's going to put it all together?
Not it.
Not it.
Not it.
Carmen. I vote Carmen.
I vote not. No. Yeah.
No, Joe was the last one. He didn't even say anything.
Well,
I did. I said not it.
We go into it knowing Joe's not it.
Listen, I can secure the land. Dom has a nice piece of property that I bet you we could use up on 52.
He's gonna make you trade an office for it.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm coming up on the campsite. Oh, that's when we turn like Lord of the Flies and we hang Dom by his feet. Yeah. Sorry, Dom, you just look delicious. All right. Well, look, I'd like to do this
When it cools down.
No, see, Gio's out. That's why I wouldn't pick you on my team. No beard. No beard. I would like to do this. What do you say? Like November?
Yeah.
Okay.
During Thanksgiving.
What?
I'm out
You
here.
want it to be cold, February.
Yeah, January,
February is where it's really gets down to, 40 overnight.
Yeah,
or
but
something.
I think that's too cold.
No. Mike's out.
Now Mike's out.
Yeah.
All right. I'd rather be too cold than too hot.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Well, we need to figure out. Here's what we just need to figure out what the rules are. That's all we need to do. The hard part's already figured out.
No phones for sure.
Yeah.
Fine. No phones. What? And it.
No Tom.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, no Tom dropping
Yeah.
stuff off late night.
Yeah.
Hey, boss.
Hey, boss.
I charged your fan. It's over there by the tree.
And I was going to say, and that's why we have to find a different location because Mike's going to go out there and hide stuff in the woods.
Why do I have to be a cheater? Why can't I just be a winner?
Hey, boss.
We know you.
Hey, boss, go 3 clicks to the west.
Yeah.
You'll see an old oak that looks like it doesn't belong there.
I left you a cold brew, heavy cream.
No, it's almond milk stuff.
Don't worry, you'll burn it off.
I'm just saying, if we can work it out, I'm in.
Yeah.
Yes.
We all have said we're in.
Yeah.
All right.
We all get it. We're in.
All right,
It's not happening, but
plan
we're all
on it.
in.
Well, look, somebody has to commit to helping the plan on it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If I do it all, then you guys are going to be like, "Oh yeah, well you planned it, so you did this.
We
and you
need a
put this
planner.
there. You're already accusing me of cheating, and I'm not even there yet."
I'm definitely cheating.
No, Joe, you cannot cheat.
I'm bringing whiskey.
Well, that's different. I don't think anybody cares about that.
All right.
All right, we got to take a break. Ian, we'll see what Ian thinks. Well, Ian will join us next.
So the internet says that all they got was hatchet, bow and arrow, tarps, a couple traps, some cordage, and sleeping bags.
Oh, they got sleeping bags.
That's what it says, yeah.
All right, I would like a sleeping bag.
That'd be nice.
I have a
That'd be
sleeping
nice.
bag. Do you have a sleeping bag?
I do, of course.
So do I.
I don't need a sleeping bag
Why?
Hammock.
because I know I have a hammock and I watch Bear Grylls enough to know how to make a little dugout.
If you were put up in that hammock, you would look like like the bears would be like, "Is that a burrito?" Just
No
waiting
way.
for. Oh my god!
I talk to bears all the time.
This
Are
is
you
the
kidding
same
me?
property where I shot a 250-pound
Oh yeah,
boar.
yeah.
So
Then I'm gonna disappear, and the next time you see me, I'm gonna be riding one of those boar with my pack of pigs.
there's also alligators over there.
Grew up with those too.
Yeah, we definitely need somebody to just be roaming like a hunter out there just to patrol
protect
us while
us.
we're sleeping. Yeah,
We don't need a hunter out there that I'm pooping in the woods and he thinks I'm a bear and shoots me.
I know, but when we're in there and all of a sudden I hear, oh god, it's eating my feet, Oh, there's something on Chim Crazy. It's gonna make you so mad.
Don't tell me.
Nah.
And this is the last one, right?
Yep.
Oh, man. Okay.
There's someone that's going to make you mad.
All right.
All right. I got to take a break. Ian is here. He'll be in there with us next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Ian Beckles joins us on the show as he does every Monday. Ian, you get to pick first. Who do you pick? Oh, I'm sorry, Ian. You're Mike.
As a teammate?
Yes. From me, Joe, Galvin, Spanish, No Beard, Gio, Beard, Carmen, and Martine.
I would go either Galvin or Carmen.
Galvin or Carmen, really?
Yep, I get it.
Yeah. What do you get? What do you think Carmen brings to the table?
She's a competitor.
Yeah. You don't think I am a competitor?
Not
a
as
guy
much
who
as
is
Carmen.
a guy who has competed against 16 other radio shows for the last 30 years.
Yeah, there's you got to compartmentalize things.
Right.
Do you remember the fast challenge?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, Gio lasted 2 minutes.
Yes.
You lasted 18 minutes.
No.
What?
I didn't eat until the
night.
next
You ate
in
before
the
the show.
morning. I ate it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. It was a
Yeah.
night.
Half a day.
It was a night. Yeah.
So once again, I mean, you
but
might
there was really like no prize.
Gio might
in
be
that.
dead by the end of the night.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Exactly. But that's what he's saying. There was no prize, and I still went 3 whole days just to prove that I could do it.
Ooh.
But again, that's
you
That's what winners do.
Yeah, that's what winners do. And you could,
You're not better than me.
Yeah, 100%.
No.
And how hard is it going to be to start a fire? I'm going to have a lighter. If Pap has
You
liquor,
can't have a lighter.
I have to have a lighter to light stuff.
Yeah, it's true. That's a good point.
No liquor for you.
That's a good point.
No.
Yeah, but you're gonna have. But just like I'm gonna do without food, you're gonna have to do without weed. He's gonna have to do without liquor.
I'm out. I'm going to deal with you schleps without any weed? No way.
Here's the one thing. I would love to be on this show. I don't think I can go on the show for a bunch of reasons, but one of the ones that's main is that I couldn't bring my CPAP machine, and I can't sleep without that. Yeah, dude. So let me just tell you, if I fall asleep without the machine, I wake up like this, trying to gasping for air. So I'd rather lose the game than try to.
Yeah.
But even that, I could bring a portable power thing that I can only use for the CPAP machine. Although that's the last thing I want to be
That's
doing.
why I'm not going to pick you as
I don't want to be attracting attention as I'm sleeping.
The Bears will definitely hear that.
Yeah, no. Look, I would definitely do this. I just don't know. I don't know what.
What if we don't do it overnight? Like, what if we go out and do a competition? Does it have to be overnight?
Yes, it's the whole thing is about surviving.
I mean, we're not really going to be surviving. You know what I mean? That we can make accommodations so that we could still do the competition.
We need water, first of all. There has to be water for to catch a fish, because nobody's hitting no animal with no bow and arrow. Nobody. Nobody.
That's not true.
That's true.
In the show, they're killing squirrels.
You're not hitting a squirrel with a bow and arrow.
And then you got to skin the squirrel and cook the squirrel.
You eat it raw.
I'm not doing that.
I could cook the squirrel, but nobody's hitting it with a bow and arrow.
How would you cook the squirrel?
Sous
I would
vide.
skin it, and then maybe I could sous vide it and smoke it.
What about this? Instead of having to hit a squirrel and skin it and do all that stuff, is they have some targets out there, different things like you're hitting, and then you get like MREs if you hit the target.
I like that.
That's not bad.
Or you have if whoever can make the fire gets the MREs that night, and then you
Like
have
who
to
makes
go
the
through.
first fire?
And then nobody else
different
gets
challenges.
to eat. Yeah, you know
Nobody's
what I mean.
starting a fire without matches.
That's not true.
Nobody is.
Oh, I could do that. I could do that without a.
Just
I
nothing
will-
to-
No. With they on the show they use flint and steel.
No way. Yeah,
Oh,
Flint and
100%.
Steel.
No way.
Flint and Steel, yes.
Yeah.
Flint and Steel. Without Flint and Steel, I could give you 8 hours, and there's no way you're doing it.
I don't. Listen to me. If I watch Castaway and he's rubbing that stick, and I go, I would just die at that point. Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, but no. Flint and steel is
It's sparks.
actually
I mean,
pretty easy.
yeah.
That's the same as a lighter.
Yeah.
No, because a
It's
lighter
the basic
has
concept. Yes.
Yeah.
But a lighter has the actual propane in there or whatever gas is in there. Not propane, but whatever it's called. That'll give it the flame. This is just a spark.
I don't think you could even do it with that.
Oh, but I've done it before.
When?
I've done it when I was a Boy Scout.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, how many years ago was
3
that?
decades ago with the camp leader there.
Did you have your yellow ass caught on? Around your neck?
It's a neckerchief. It's a neckerchief, and we did not wear. Excuse me. Do you ever see the Navy in their Navy white? You ever see the Navy in their Navy whites? They don't wear that while they're in battle. I didn't wear that while I was camping.
Whatever you want to call it, but it's unmanly.
It's a neckerchief.
It's unmanly.
You know
You know who else was unmanly yesterday?
who?
Tom Brady as a steward.
I know.
Think about that.
I wrote it down.
Like,
I
what?
wrote it down.
Tom, no. Like, to me, you got to keep it real. You got to keep it masculine. That
Dude,
wasn't masculine.
I said they're gronking out Tom Brady with these commercials. They're making him look like Gronk. You know, Gronk's like, at least make me Gronk. I've developed a character, so now I'll just be stupid Gronk
But
and everything
he's
I do.
manly, stupid Gronk. A steward?
Yeah.
As opposed to which manly steward?
To which Julian Edelman was a captain. Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah. I did not
and
like
he had
that
the
at all.
tight shirt and just,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Probably paid him a lot, though. I would do it.
Right.
But, I'm just saying.
But it didn't match for the guy.
Agreed.
Somebody needs to be on his side going, don't do this
You're
one.
Tom Brady. You can say, I'm not being a steward.
Yeah.
Make me something else.
Make me, He could have been the captain. It could have been a different type of commercial. He could have been yelling at Edelman.
Tiger tamer or something. Something manly, like Siegfried and Roy, something manly.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a neckerchief, and it's part of the uniform. The same way that sometimes the Green Berets will wear those little fancy hats with the berets on them. They have them to the side.
Yeah.
That's not very manly.
What you call it is really comes down to the person it's on.
What do you mean? The
Like
correct name.
An ascot or a neckerchief.
The correct name in the Boy Scout handbook is neckerchief.
Who wrote it? The dude that's leading it?
The
Because
dude,
that's the creepiest guy.
No, Mike Palooka was a great scoutmaster. Mike Palooka.
What is he doing now? I bet he has stuff in his closet.
No, I'll tell you right now. In all honesty, we had Leon Bernstein, who was the assistant scoutmaster.
Black guy?
No, white guy. Yeah.
All right, okay.
We had Leon Bernstein, who was the assistant scoutmaster. We had Mike Palooka, who was the scoutmaster. And Mike had 2 sons that were in scouts.
I like that.
Yes, he was, but Leon did not. His son was older, and he did not choose to go to the scouts. And Leon, though, I felt like was a guy like we used to tease him because he was a little Jewish guy named Leon. Yeah. But when we got older, we realized he was actually a really cool guy, and what he was doing was dedicating his time to helping out these kids, and we actually appreciated him a lot more. But nothing ever creepy, nothing ever touchy feely, none of that. We did play Johnny on the Pony. Are you familiar with that?
Doesn't sound creepy, but no.
Me
Johnny
and Lover Mark play that quite often.
I bet you do.
Yeah, we do.
Johnny on the Pony was a street, like stoop ball, where there's like games where they play like in the city streets.
Okay.
Johnny on the Pony was a game from like the 50s and 60s where one guy would go on the wall. Man, just saying this. Is just
right.
We played British Bulldog. You ever play that?
No, what is that?
You never play British Bulldog?
No.
One guy gets in the middle and tackles and then gathers people around. I have a feeling your sport's not going to be as manly.
No, but surprisingly, it's
Johnny on the Stoop. What it was?
Johnny on the Pony. And as I'm explaining it, it's going to sound terrible, but think about it, okay? Just think about it. One team would go against the wall. One guy would bend over.
All right.
Whoa.
Put his shoulder into the wall.
Yeah. One guy would slap his butt.
The other guy gets behind him.
Lick your fingers.
Hug. Let me finish.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
The other guy would get behind him, hug him around the waist,
like a gentleman,
put his head down. Then the other guy's behind him. So there'd be like 4 guys all bent over.
I've seen this video.
No, wait a second. Then the other team would go running and jump and land on the backs of the other kids as far forward as they can to try and get their whole team to land on the pony.
Were the scoutmasters videotaping it?
They were not videotaping it.
If I was a creepy scoutmaster, what would be better than a bunch of 8-year-olds jumping on each other, like doing vibrations on each other? That'd be cool.
The interesting thing about this is that none of them were 8. We're all like in the 10 to 14-year-old range.
14.
Oh yeah. But think about this, why that matters. Because we were large kids running and jumping on the spines of other kids, like to play this game. Like, and you run and you like hoist yourself from the one kid onto the other
14?
guy. Yeah, well, I did it up until my freshman year of high school. Yeah, I didn't really go that often. I was kind of like a leader at that point. Yeah, I learned a lot from Boy Scouts. I really did. I learned how to do a lot of things that I would not normally get, especially a kid from New York.
Yeah, my son was in it very briefly, and that was the one thing that he quit that I applauded.
What, Boy Scouts?
I didn't vibe with it.
Why?
Part of it was the ascot, the yellow ascot. I go, what is that around your neck?
He who wears the most unnatural fashion stuff. Okay. You found the neckerchief to be
in a manly way. It's hard to do the neckerchief thing. There's certain things that are hard to do and stay manly with.
But what if he joined the Marines and he was a Green Beret and he came on with that tilted hat?
The beret's way different than a yellow ascot around your neck. That Green Beret,
it's part of the uniform, though.
You know?
So did the ascot, as you call it.
Well, I mean, if you line up a bunch of Green Beret and a bunch of little kids with yellow ascots, they're going to look different.
Yeah,
one's going to look like Chamberlain's football team. The other one's going to look like Cardinal Mooney.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Ooh. You dogging your own team?
Did you see Cardinal Mooney?
I heard. No, I heard they killed him.
Well, last week was a vacation, so I didn't get a chance to talk about it.
Okay, yeah.
You could have asked me what was going to happen.
Yeah, well, we knew.
Well, you could ask me before.
Right. Everybody kind of seemed to know that Cardinal Mooney was a good team.
Well, they knew, but I know football way different than everybody else.
Right.
And you could ask my players. There wasn't a rah-rah, let's beat these guys. I said, hey guys, let's line up. Let me tell you guys, okay? If you don't put your big boy pants on, these guys are going to mop you. And they're going to embarrass you, and they're going to drive you back 20 yards and talk about your mom. You know what happened? That.
Yeah.
Their left tackle is 6'6" and some. $350. My tackle, my defensive tackle, Marquise, sweet kid. He's 5'11", 230. And he's chubby.
Yeah.
And the guard is also $330. So we got $350 and $330 shoulders together against little Marquise.
Yeah. Oh, poor Marquise.
There's a lot of, it was violating happening.
What'd you feed him this week, Carmen?
This week was Black Rock did Thursday because we were in Orlando. So thank you to them because the kids loved it. Chad loved it. They had leftovers. We made, it was, and then they ate it again and they polished it off. And then on Friday, one of the grandpas made chicken Alfredo, and I made barbecue chicken.
That's it. Too much heavy food. Too much heavy food before the game.
That's not heavy though.
No.
Chicken Alfredo?
Well, I mean.
Well, that was like the side dish. That wasn't like, they didn't have like a bowl of chicken Alfredo.
Gotta carb up.
Yeah, you need carbs.
Yeah. All right.
For your energy. That's what you burn for energy.
Make sure you're not weighing the kids
You know
now.
what I used to eat before games?
What?
Nothing.
Really?
I'd wake up and not eat. I felt better that way.
You did?
Yeah.
I get heartburn if I don't eat.
Do you ever try to not eat?
Yeah. I try every day. Every day I try. Yeah.
I'm due for another fast.
You are? I don't feel like the fast did anything for me except make me nauseous.
For what, 6 hours? You're
no,
right.
I did it for like 12 hours.
Oh, you're right. You didn't do anything for you, right?
But I mean, it just didn't make me feel good.
So
I was lightheaded. I had nausea.
So you wonder why I didn't pick you, though?
Yeah.
You were lightheaded.
Good, because I'm going to forage anyway, so you're not getting any of my berries.
Now, if there was another choice, I would probably pick you for the guns, just in case.
Different scenario.
Yeah.
I have a feeling we're never going to do this, but if we did, it would be kind of fun.
We could definitely do it. We just have to figure out like if we want to do a competition style per day. If the goal is to just survive.
How much Outlast have you watched?
I've watched the whole. I've watched half of the first season.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I was saying once you watch what they do.
Yeah, because like the only rules that they have is what you said. They have to survive the longest and they have to be on a team.
Right.
So, but if we do it for a weekend, we could make it much more exciting, in my opinion, if you have challenges along the way. Like, the fact that there's a chance that you might not eat or I might not eat all weekend if we can't complete a challenge creates, a whole new treasure trove of fun.
I just thought of a terrible idea. No, we're not going to do this, but what if we did our show from out there? Like we did it from the trailer. Every morning we had to get up and go to the show and do the show and be like, it's day 3, we haven't eaten. I mean, those shows are going to be terrible.
I disagree.
I
think everybody tunes in. I think I would have, I'm going to be there, but I would have to tune in.
I mean, it's funny for 5 minutes until after the first hour, like.
People be snapping on each other.
But that's the thing. Like, if you want to eat, you can get food, but you get docked points. And whatever team has the most points, at the end of the weekend.
So you want to go eat a couple of Slim Jims, you can do that, but you're going to lose points.
Yeah, but it'll have to be like, if you decide you want to call home base and get food, you don't get good food. Like everybody else whoever wins gets good food. Now, if you call home base for food, you get like, a handful of almonds.
What if you get a Slim Jim, you lose 50 points. But if you eat a Clamato juice, it's only 5 points.
Yeah.
Oh,
Clamato juice.
Something gross.
Clamato juice. They even sell that here?
Yeah.
It's very
It's delicious.
Dude, I was in the Mexican store one time, and it was just a regular gas station, but it's like a Mexican gas station, and they had beer, clam, and tomato all in one thing.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, but
I thought it was a Canadian thing, though.
Oh, really?
Big time,
It's not like a Mexican thing to me. It's a very Hispanic thing.
We don't have a lot of Hispanics in Canada, but we do Clamato, though.
Yeah, you do, huh?
We do Clamato, yeah.
Who had tomato juice and went, this needs something?
Tomato juice.
What does it need? Do you need some spices? No. What's another disgusting liquid we can put in here? Oh, we have some leftover clam juice. Try that just for craps and giggles. See how that tastes. Yeah. Clam juice.
We're going to have to disconnect your Uber Eats.
Yeah. Oh, no, yeah. You guys bringing food out to the middle of nowhere.
We got a Parmesan here for Calta.
All of a sudden, you see headlights and a guy with a Parmesan gets out of the car and you're like, And I stand up and go, forget 500 points, okay? I can't take it anymore.
Well, Fleming's is here.
Right? I went to the new Fleming's last week.
I was saying earlier, I pooped out Friday. I was too tired.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was too tired to go. I heard it was
didn't
fantastic.
Have the steak. I had a piece of salmon.
Yeah.
And it might have been the best piece of salmon I ever had in my life.
Really?
It was unbelievable. And I don't like restaurant salmon. I could cook it better myself.
Yeah.
My goodness, was that salmon good.
Dude, look, I'm going to tell you right now, Fleming's has been great for a long time. When we did my favorite steakhouse that I ever go to is in Las Vegas.
Okay.
And nobody made that bone and ribeye or like they did. And then I went to Fleming's, and Fleming's was doing it. And this is 20 years ago.
Sure.
And then Fleming's took a little bit of a dive and went down. Then Jorge was there.
Yep.
And built it right back up to it. And then all of a sudden, it got to the point where they needed to do more and expand, and they did. They knocked the building, half the building down and built it out. I drove past it. I saw it. It looks wonderful.
Yep.
And my dad went. My dad ate there and said it was great. Yeah, you never leave there with a bad experience.
That's my favorite Tampa steak. I would say my favorite steak place in the world. I was blessed too when I was with the Jets. Jumbo Elliott goes, "Come on, let's go eat." And Jumbo Elliott took me to Peter Luger's.
Yeah.
And they brought me in the back. And Peter Luger sat us down.
Oh, really?
And we didn't even
cool.
order.
Yeah.
They just brought up, my goodness.
That's wonderful.
I'm still burping from that day.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I think that I just have a steak. Del Frisco's in Vegas is my favorite. And the Del Frisco's here is good, but it's not the same kind of restaurant.
Never is, yeah.
And it's just as my favorite. Like I look forward to going there when it's off the strip. It's out of the way, but it's still worth going there. So, that's the problem is there's a couple of great places here. So
there's quite a few.
Yeah, and that's when you're like, I'd love to say that if you give me like one piece of food, I can tell you which one makes it better and with this.
Correct.
Chaina's got his meatballs and this guy's got this. And the steak places, you don't get the same steak from Charlie's that you get from Fleming's, and you don't get it. And you know who else makes a great steak, which gets overlooked all the time, is Capitol Grill because it's in the mall.
Capitol Grill, Council Oak.
Oh, yeah.
Bo and Mo's. You ever been to Bo and
Mo's is fantastic.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
Hey, Frankie's.
Yeah, Frankie's is the best.
Great food.
Frankie's I love because you can get so many different things there. And he's from Maryland, so he makes those Maryland crab cakes.
So good.
I would eat those crab cakes out of Brother Mark's butt.
I think it's the best crab cake
Delightful.
I've had.
I mean, it is pretty fantastic. It was one of those things where when we went out to eat and it was sitting on the table, I was like, so who's going to eat that last crab cake?
By the way, Frankie's, the dessert, the limoncello wedding cake thing that they have, or cannoli cake, something crazy. It is so good.
This is definitely the fattest show that's ever been on the morning radio. Yeah, when we can sit here and talk about radio.
Ron and Ian, when we first started off, Ron, and you know of Ron was bringing restaurants in like every day until they told him he couldn't anymore.
Yeah.
Like, Ron doesn't play too much, bro.
No.
Like we had like Bascom's was there, like spreads in the morning.
Ron were the first show ever that I heard that would bring restaurants on the air every day.
Ron's good at it.
Yeah.
He's so good at it. He's like when they put in Plugola, I think they had Ron's face next to it. Like, I was like, so what is Plugola again? They're like, well, you can't benefit. I'm like, so all these restaurants, like, that's not.
Yeah.
So, but it was Ron. Nobody was going to approach Ron and say squaruch.
Yeah.
I learned that in the building when I got on with Ron, I had no idea who he was.
Right.
I had no idea.
Right, you were not here for all that. Yeah.
I didn't know he was the Don and all this stuff, so I was just like, whatever, dude. I'm like, people are like bowing to this cat, and then I realized I don't want to make it me or him because I'm going to be gone. And that's the way. Like, normally I'm an alpha.
Yeah.
I was an alpha negative there. I had to sit back.
Do you know how excited I was when we were at 98 Rock? And at the time we were in Feather Sound, it was 98 Rock and Thunder. And they hired Ron for Thunder. Like, I couldn't believe that I was going to be working in the same building as Ron
like
Diaz.
That.
I mean, I'm telling you. I would have, if they would have asked me, I would jump ship in a second and would have went over to work on that show.
Really?
Yeah, because I would find myself dipping out during commercial breaks, going down there, and then be like, anything I could do, making fake phone calls into their show and all that stuff. Yeah, I mean, he was the guy, and that show was the show.
You know what's beautiful about this? And like I listen to you talk about Ron. Okay,
right.
You can't fake respect. Okay.
Oh no.
Okay, you can't fake it. When you say who's the Don, you say Ron's the Don. And I agree with you there, okay? I think everybody agrees with him. But when it's all said and done, you're surpassing everything that he did. Now, I'm right though. You're surpassing everything he did, but he's still the Don.
Yes,
because you retracted a lot of his stuff. When everybody talks about LeBron or Kobe or Michael Jordan, LeBron and Kobe took Michael's stuff. Michael was there first.
Yeah.
So you have to give him his respect. You see what I'm saying?
Forever.
Yep. Like nobody coming up now is better than Eddie Van Halen, Jimi Hendrix, or any of those old guys because they studied them. How can you be better than them?
It's true. And it's the same way as I find Howard Stern's show to be unlistenable now. Like I tried to listen the other day.
I agree.
It was ridiculous. But you're talking about a guy who, without him, there'd be none of us.
Agreed.
There would be no Ron. There would be no us. There would be the whole thing. What's wrong, Spanish? You okay?
Oh, yeah. I have 3 days written out if you want me to go through a Survivor Challenge.
Oh, man. Yeah. What do you have?
Okay, so this is just for 3 nights total. Each team starts with 100 points. Calling home base for assistant docks you 25 points for each call. Day 1, build campsite with livable area and fire pit. Night 1, start a fire. Day 2, hunt, trap. Night, target shoot.
Hunt, trap, what?
But that's the thing. It's I don't know what's out. I don't know what's out on this property.
And also, what kind of weapons are we bringing?
Bow and arrow.
How many points? How many points to order a large cheese pizza?
Gio, if you're on my team, 0 points.
I need to know that ahead of time.
You don't get cheese pizza.
I mean, hey, if it's like 75 points,
so like day 1 is basically building your campsite, setting up a fire.
Right.
Day 2 would be the shooting, hunting, target practice. Then day 3 would be triage your teammate and scavenger hunt.
Why do you have to triage your teammate? Do you assume he's hurt during the hunting?
So like your teammate, like if it was Gio and I, let's say me, I slipped and fell and broke my ankle.
Okay.
And now Gio has to triage me and get me to home base before the rest of the team.
I leave you.
Yeah. No, but the point is to get to the home base. You know what I mean? And then you
as
get
a team.
Yeah.
I'm too old for a scavenger hunt. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I don't scavenger hunt.
I like
just spitballing.
Now you know the whole thing started from the show called Outlast on Netflix. You should watch this if you get a chance. I think you'd enjoy it. Okay. But my whole thing that was great, why I felt like I could survive in that one, is because basically all they do is build a fire and lay around. Like you're just outlasting everybody else. So basically the job is to build a fire, lay around it, and occasionally be like, we need to find some food. That's how it goes. I'd love to talk to that dude, Nick, that lives here, that was on the show.
Well, I mean, if you talk to anybody, I've talked to quite a few people on quite a few reality shows.
Right.
And I always ask this question, how much of it real? I know what the answer is. None of it.
None of it, yeah.
They all said the same, none of it. It's all orchestrated. They put you here, do this. Like, none of it.
Right.
Like, the real world, and it wasn't happening. That wasn't happening.
I was trying to tell Amanda yesterday that I could see how the editing worked, where they would take a scene that looked really drastic, but I recognized that from an hour ago. I'm like, wait, that was in the last episode, and they just took that and moved it over here, so it made it a little. But that would dramatic about something else.
It's kind of like you watch porn and it's a long segment. You realize there's just 3 different camera angles.
Yeah,
same
action.
Allegedly,
it made me feel so inadequate.
A friend of mine told me that.
I was like, I can't go as long as these guys are going. I don't know how this happens.
Very unrealistic.
Yeah,
very.
I know. Yeah, well. I know, but very unrealistic, but you can't deny that black guys got huge dongs.
Well, the ones on porn definitely do.
Yeah.
Well, no, but that's real though. Well, you could be a white guy with an average one, but if you're black, if you're brother, none of them put you on with an average one.
No, you gotta have a monster.
Like, Jiminy Crickets, look at that thing.
Jiminy Crickets.
Look at that thing. Hide that way you put it.
All right, we got to take a break. We'll come back, and we got to go over our football picks. We'll do that next on 102.5 The Bone. Carmen, I almost forgot about it. We got to go over our football picks.
We do. Are you ready? You want to do that now?
Let's do it. So loud. So loud in my ear holes.
Sorry.
All right. This is our week 1. And it's me, Galvin, Joe, Martine, Ian,
Evan,
Efren, seriously, Gio and Spanish, we all do our picks. Who came in dead last this week?
All right, this week, dead last with 9 wins. Spanish.
Oh,
damn it.
Good.
9 wins, dead last.
That's a lot.
not bad.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Next with 10 wins, Martine.
Oh, he was a player.
Oh.
You love to say that.
Next up with 11 wins, Ian Beckles.
Also a player.
Didn't you play?
With 12 wins, Mike Calta.
Oh man, Joe beat me.
And Gio. And myself. With 13 wins, Galvin.
What is really going on?
Sugar Pants picks for you. That's what's happened.
Doesn't matter.
And tied with Galvin. Pap with 13 wins, which means tonight, New York Jets takes on San Francisco 49ers. Galvin, you have the New York Jets. Joe, you have the 49ers, which means tonight is a tiebreaker.
Oh, this is great.
And
I can tell you the 49ers are the favorite for sure.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to be that great yet. I think it's going to take him a couple of games to warm up.
I think Aaron Rodgers comes out of the gate and goes, "Wow."
I don't know what he has left in him.
Yeah.
In what world did we ever think Joe would best Galvin?
Hey, we're tied.
it hasn't happened yet. Yeah.
Relax. Whatever you got.
Yeah.
And I will say this, I'm sorry, Spanish, but you and Martine have the same, so you are no matter what the loser.
Weren't they
This
the worst
week.
last year, too?
I mean,
Who?
Martine and Spanish.
Oh yeah.
They just suck in general.
Yeah. It's a height if you're below 6 foot.
all right. Get it all in now while I'm in last.
I made some really dumb picks, not on purpose, but I just took some long shots, and I can't believe I did as well as I did. That just shows you how crazy the NFL is. Well, good. Okay, tonight we got a runoff. Joe, you should be very proud.
I'm excited.
Carmen, you say that Sugar Pants is doing his picks. I think Joe just makes them up as he goes along, and I don't think he has any idea who's playing.
No, because Spanish let us in on that secret last year.
Yeah.
Sugar Pants is actually a football fan.
That's
Very
true.
big.
But she does not do picks for me.
Carmen's getting them from Chad, so it doesn't matter.
That's not true at all.
Well, we can prove it. Pap, name 2 49ers.
I have no idea.
Exactly.
He's just
Proven.
picking. He's just picking.
Yeah, I'm just picking.
Can you name one?
A 49er?
Literally, Galvin mentioned 3 times today on the show.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers.
No.
He's on the Jets.
What do I
Well,
know?
that explains
Not a lot.
I don't.
So even a blind squirrel gets a nut in.
Yeah.
I mean, if you just listen to the show, you would pick up on it.
Brandon Ayuk, Debo Samuel.
Boo, you mentioned Christian McCaffrey.
George Kittle.
How many
McCaffrey.
times?
Those are made up
Questionable.
people.
4
Those
times.
are not real people.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy.
Okay.
Is Brock Purdy a real person or not?
Brock Purdy is a real
And
person.
what does he do?
He is a thrower.
Yeah.
He is a thrower. For what team?
No idea.
Wow.
You're winning.
No idea. Yeah.
Doesn't matter. You're winning. All right. Well, good. That'll be the deciding factor tonight, whether or not Joe knows who Brock Purdy is.
I'll be putting out my parlay later on today for Galvin.
I'll be-
Galvin Gambles.
I'm going to follow it. Is that okay?